Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Ass Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show, thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.
The 93X Half-Ass Morning Show. 93.
Yeah. The guy was really screaming his nuts off in that last song, wasn't he?
He's maybe mad about being up this early. I don't know what his deal is.
I hear you. How about that? Welcome to the program. We are up early. Every damn last one of us. Ric Flair said it himself, 25 years ago, didn't he, Josh? He said it's 93X Rock, and it's early in the morning. It's a direct quote from the Nate. Hope everyone's doing just wonderful. Just absolutely. What is this now? The final day of the month of July today. Hell, Cubby, I saw a television commercial yesterday with a back-to-school theme, and that kind of thing always makes me think of you, because I know that you are merciless with the children in your life whenever the back-to-school movement kicks in, and you remind them that the clock is ticking.
Oh, yeah, and it's been for a few weeks, actually.
A few weeks?
Yeah, back-to-school sales.
I missed that. I just caught it yesterday. My, that's unfair.
Yeah, you haven't been to a store and seen it, I guess?
Haven't been to a store.
Yeah, they've had some of those out. I haven't seen any. I mean, I guess we don't get the paper anymore, but you used to see those ads. And that's what we would do is when those ads would be stuffed in the paper is we would tape them all over the house to torture the kids.
I love it.
I mean, we've already gone back to school shopping. And they've sent out the lists of everything you got to get for the classroom. We're on top of that.
It works every time. Brilliant. I love hearing your cold-blooded approach to the end of summer and the return of the school year. So you've already, just to piss the kid off, taken him back to school shopping.
Just over the weekend, yeah.
And
my wife's already... my wife means it. I had to tell her to chill a little bit. She's like, all right, we're going to have to adjust your bedtime schedule to get back into your school schedule. And I thought, well, we got a little time on that one, but she's already trying to push that way.
That's incredible. What a great bit.
My parents always tried to do that, but it never worked.
They tried to
do...
The
bedtime thing?
Yeah, the bedtime thing.
Yeah, you screw yourself. I mean, it's just like if we get a week off, by the time you come back, you've totally screwed yourself.
So it's the last day of July. All right. And school is on the way. Who's the next of us to celebrate a birthday? Dana? Me? I can't remember.
Dana just had one. I think it's you.
Okay. You just had a birthday, Dana? When was that now?
June 30th.
Oh, that's right.
About a month ago.
At the end, that is about a month ago.
Yeah, it's just about a month ago.
That is about a... Okay, it's me. I'm the next of us to celebrate. Or Ashley's baby, I guess, technically, you could say.
Oh, yeah.
This cracked me up now, just reading it, and I haven't said it out loud yet. I'm very excited to do so. I just read this, and it cracked me up. According to a new survey, 22% of people take their birthday, quote, extremely seriously.
What does that mean?
Everybody knows some people like that in their life.
I've only known one.
I don't. I really don't.
Yeah, I suppose for your generation, yeah. No, I get. Yeah, there's no way that anybody your peers do. But
well, this person was your generation.
No, yes, that's what I mean. My generation for sure. They take their birthdays seriously.
Really? Oh, the only one I could say that I know is Ashley. You take your birthday. I'm not going to say extremely seriously.
Yeah, that seems far.
I'm not going to say that. But of everyone that I know, you're pretty dialed into your birthday.
Is it more because it's Halloween?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't think it would be as special. Or I think that, yeah, it definitely wouldn't be as special. But I take other people's birthdays very seriously, too.
You do?
Yeah.
Meaning what exactly?
I always feel bad when there's people that are like, oh, no, it's just another day. It doesn't matter. Because I think it does matter. Like, you made it a whole another year without dying. That's incredible. Like, we should celebrate that.
I don't know if I'd define it as incredible, but
I mean, there's so many, not to be morbid, but so many people die every day.
Oh, there are plenty
of,
yes.
It's an accomplishment to make it another year. I think it's special, and I get sad when, like, people don't have cake or candles on their birthday. I like to make sure everyone gets a happy birthday song sung to them.
So you take all birthdays, not going to say extremely seriously, but you take them seriously. You would be the one person in my life who thinks of it in that manner. And good for you. But that just cracked me up. 22% of people take their birthday extremely seriously. Let me tell you how what they mean by that. And it's even higher amongst younger people. So there is a certain amount of people who want to feel special and want every birthday to be memorable. And that feeling is so intense that 12% of them said they'd hold it against someone for not coming out to celebrate their birthday with them.
I'm kind of the opposite,
That's a
right?
reach.
Usually hope people forget. It's never been
you
something
hope they
for
forget.
Me. I certainly for other people, I like to celebrate and things like that. But for me, I've usually kind of prayed. Nobody remembers.
Yeah,
nobody says anything.
You don't like the attention.
Nah, I'll pass.
I'm the same way, Josh, and I always kind of like the fact that, like I mentioned, June 30th, it's right by the 4th of July. So my birthday always kind of got lost in the 4th of July shuffle, and I was just kind of fine with that. Let's just kind of all celebrate the 4th of July and get together. We don't need to make a big fuss about me.
I'm not fat. I'm aerodynamic. Jesus has texted in to say I couldn't give a duck fart about my birthday. It struck me funny.
I mean, we've had coworkers that pointed out it was their half birthday, and their family would recognize.
Yeah, they're the
half
types.
Birthday.
They must be the types then, right?
Definitely.
Josh?
Yeah, if you're gonna, well, I mean, that's even more extreme than something like this.
Extremely seriously is how they put it.
Well, I've had exes who do the whole, you have to be nice to me, it's my birthday month, or it's my birthday week, and they expect to be celebrated all week long of their birthday week.
Yeah, they need to shove that.
They do.
Yeah.
That's why they're exes.
Honestly, I find that kind of, I guess, adorable in a way, because I think of this one time my brother, for his wife's birthday, he gave her like a week of gifts. And I was like, that is the cutest thing ever.
Ah.
And so when people do that, I'm like, oh, yay.
Well, there you go.
I could see not wanting to tell them, hey, the relationship's over that week, certainly.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. Don't do that.
Or
Breaking up.
I'd like to run away with your sister. I mean, maybe that's something you don't tell them that week. You
Give them a little grace period there. If you're going to break up with them, if you're going to run away with their sibling, give them a cushion there, a week or two.
Holidays as well. Although on the flip side, if somebody's done with me, I'd rather just have them be done versus realize, they waited until after my birthday.
The holiday thing, if they're crazy enough, it doesn't really matter, because I broke up with one of my exes maybe a month and a half before Valentine's Day. And in the process, he was like, but what about Valentine's Day? It's like, what do you mean? That's so far away. I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't apply.
Go find somebody to hang out with.
A month and a half beforehand? Yeah. Yeah, he's...
You can pay companions if you're that desperate. Steelers fan Jesus said, my kid's back-to-school list had a set of snow tires. Is this common practice? I wouldn't say that's common, but that's pretty awesome.
His kid's what?
His kid, the back-to-school list had a...
List?
Maybe that was from the school. I was picturing your kid requested that.
Oh.
All right, get back to us on that. I was thinking that's a pretty cool kid.
Oh, man. All right. If today's your birthday and we're not taking it seriously enough, forgive us. We're just starting to come around to this. I didn't know. I don't think I was aware that there was anybody who took their birthday, quote, extremely seriously and would hold it against me if I didn't drop everything and go out with them to Piccadilly Circus or whatever folks do on their birthdays anymore. All right. How much of that AI, artificial intelligence, are you using these days? Go ahead. Anybody who would like to answer first. How much of the artificial intelligence are you using on a daily basis?
More now than I was last week at this time. I told you guys off air, I'm now using AI to clean up audio, and I thought, well, my backup plan to do audio production if we get fired is completely done. The AI, what AI did in a matter of seconds for $100 a year subscription would have taken me, for the 2 clips I cleaned up, it would have took me probably 45 minutes, for, 13-second clips. And this was within seconds. It got it done. And it was better than I could do, certainly.
All right, how about...
With way more expensive tools.
God love you, Josh. You got nothing but heart. But I don't have any idea what you're talking about. How does this work?
You just upload a file, and it sends back a cleaned-up file. Instead of me sitting here and doing it myself.
That's crazy.
I played you guys, Ashley, I played you off air just Monday maybe or Tuesday. I played you the difference, and it was incredible. It took seconds. So I'm using that. I have a website now that I go to for that.
It is incredible.
What about you, Ashley? Artificial intelligence.
I try not to use it too much, but the last couple weeks, it's been really helpful to just plug in some pregnancy symptoms. And then they come back with some type of solution, or if I should call the OB.
You type into your computer, what's the deal with these pregnancy symptoms?
Yep.
And then, Dana.
It's pretty supportive, too.
Are they very supportive?
Yeah, I want to say that, at the end.
Do they know your birthday and everything?
Honestly, it probably does.
Yeah.
Do they take it extremely seriously?
At the end of it, it'll always be like, hey, trust your gut. If something feels off, go in. Don't feel bad about going to the doctor.
That's very nice.
Oh, thank you.
What about Chat GPT? Is that a regular part of your day?
That's what I was referencing with the pregnancy symptoms.
Okay,
Yep.
that's what you're talking about.
So I have used that, not necessarily on purpose, but aside from the digital assistant on my phone, I don't want to trigger anybody's. Sometimes it just goes to that instead of the one built into the phone.
Chat GPT, Dana, go.
I don't use it for anything practical. I remember when we were designing some State Fair T-shirts and I was able to kind of make those cartoon images.
Yes.
I now sometimes do those just for inside jokes with my friends, where I'll upload a picture of a buddy and say, put him in this scenario or doing this. And I send it to him. And so that's about all I really do with it.
That was crazy, what you were able to do.
I know.
And that was you not even paying for it, right?
No.
Okay, here's the situation. There's a new term for people who have become super reliant on artificial intelligence, especially, it says here, OpenAI's ChatGPT. Did I say that correctly? Mm-hmm. OpenAI's ChatGPT?
Yep.
People who have to ask ChatGPT before doing anything have a new nickname, and that nickname is sloppers. These people are sloppers. For example, a man told a story on social media about how he was on a first date and his date pulled out ChatGPT on their phone to ask what she should order. So she is a slopper.
Oh, that's sad.
That is.
And there was no second date. I guess because he didn't appreciate that, or he thought it was odd. He thought it was weird.
That's weird. What? Make a decision, girl. What?
So slopper, it's apparently a reference to AI slop, meaning ChatGPT and its weird way of talking when the machine talks back to you. Now, if you don't like the name, if you don't think it's quite good enough, that's fine. I didn't really get it at first, and maybe I still don't. Someone else suggested the nickname for people who can't do anything without artificial intelligence. Someone else suggested the nickname Bot Licker, a reference to a robot.
Or bootlicker. Yeah, right? Like would that be the
What
That'd be the comparison?
The comparison is butt liquor, I think. I think that's where
I think it's boot liquor.
Oh, maybe that's... I thought I was going to get a laugh out of that because it was a reference to butt liquor, but you think it was boot.
That was my interpretation since it's machine learning, right? Like you're giving into the man, that kind of thing.
Huh, okay. This is all very new to me.
I think sloppers is kind of funny.
Okay, all right. You can go ahead with sloppers. I don't think I've had a conversation with AI Chat GPT yet. Is it fun?
It's whatever.
I'm just, like I said, I'll be like, hey, who played guitar for Dangerous Toys on a tour in 1989? And sometimes my normal phone doesn't really know it, so it just defaults to Chat GPT. But I never know. Sometimes it's wrong. So I'll Google it later on because it's usually in the car, where I just have a thought and I'm wondering, and it's incorrect.
All right, you sloppers. We got an eye out on you now. Yeah, so try and keep up with that. I don't know. I like bot liquor. I do. I'll have to try this stuff out sometime.
You might have already had it because you've got the same phone, so it might have already happened for you. Do you ever ask your phone questions?
No.
Oh, okay, so then you've never used it.
No.
Well, and now Google just automatically pulls up some AI response at the top.
Just defaults to AI now.
Oh, yeah, with a summary?
Mm-hmm. You guys know what the hell you're talking about. I absolutely do not.
It's either very helpful or just straight trash. There's really no in between for me.
One of our listeners texted in to say he was rearranging his basement once and he decided to ask AI to rearrange it for him, and it ended up actually not looking too bad.
Oh, that's good. Too bad it can't come to your house and do it.
That's just a joke right there.
Oh, I actually see a lot of, there's a lot of stuff. I see it on Facebook of people asking, hey, can you redecorate my basement or my house? And they'll take a picture and then it'll send back what they think it should look like.
Oh, I think this guy was just joking. But I don't know. I know nothing at all about any of this stuff. Sprinkler Fitter Jesus texted in this morning with a very interesting comment. Good morning. By the way, Josh, today is his Friday.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And he says here, I used to have a reoccurring dream where I could take my pecker on and off. Not like I was walking around town as a girl, but I could just choose not to wear it one day. I was thinking about those dreams, and I thought that'd be kind of handy. Anyways, have a great day.
I love him.
He used to have a dream where he could take his tallywhacker on and off depending on how he was feeling that day. Isn't that something, Josh?
Yeah, I'm trying to think like a situation where I wouldn't want it. Maybe if I was going to a penis kicking contest, I wouldn't mind removing it.
You're going to take a long bicycle ride.
Yeah, it's not a bad one.
Maybe your first time at a strip club.
Wow, that's a good one. Well, yeah, I think I see what you mean. To avoid the awkward public boner.
Yep.
Sure, okay, maybe. But then,
going to a volleyball tournament, beach volleyball tournament.
Beach volley. Oh, beach volleyball.
Yeah.
All the bikinis and whatnot. Yeah.
But you might want to bring it with, in case you get lucky.
There are situations, I suppose, where to remove it would be a decent idea. That Sprinkler Fitter Jesus. See, people are texting in about their experiences with Chat GPT and AI. So you talk to your phone once in a while, you ask it a question. Some people are not into the Chat GPT movement. It frightens them. Technology has gotten to a point where they're frightened, Josh.
Oh, yeah, I can understand why.
Because it shoots it back so instantaneously.
And you wonder, well, who's holding on to all this info? How much longer do I have a job? That kind of thing. Are we all
screwed?
I mean, what if let's say electricity's gone? Are we not going to know how to do anything anymore? Or nobody's going to learn anything anymore? I worry about that kind of thing.
Yeah, it being used in school is very frightening.
Oh, yeah, kids are writing papers with it and doing assignments.
Well,
It's crazy work.
I'm very jealous of that. You know, that would have been awesome.
I'm not jealous at all. I'm glad I actually learned when I went to school.
You did, huh?
Yeah, I learned some things.
Well, good for you. Folks are referencing the movie Terminator 2 and whatnot, saying that we're all doomed.
No, I did just watch RoboCop the other day, and I thought
great movie.
So good.
The original, I hope.
It's from 2014, so I'm guessing no, right?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
It just came on. I didn't choose it. It just came on.
Friggin' rookie. 1987. That's the only RoboCop you should ever watch.
I watched that one today.
It's funny that you bring that up because last night I got home from Wiener Wednesday, and I sat my ass down on the... I'm not going to tell you what that means. I'll just let everyone use their own imagination. But
I think we all know.
I got home from Wiener. You think you know. You don't know. I sat on the couch, and I turned on my television, and I'm scanning through the guide, and it says RoboCop. And I thought, ooh-wee, I got lucky again. RoboCop's on television. And I hit the button. You know what it was, Josh?
What was it?
RoboCop 3.
I didn't even know there was a third one.
Oh, God.
Are any of the original stars in it?
I didn't spend...
I suppose you didn't watch.
I just flipped it over for 30 seconds, and I said, come on. Can't do that. When a guy's fresh off of another successful Wiener Wednesday, and I just planted my fat ass on the couch, RoboCop 3. You watched the remake, Ashley. Never been more disappointed.
I'm sorry. It did give me the heebie-jeebies, though. I'm like, gosh, this is going to happen. All of this.
Somebody actually sent in a meme just a day or so ago showing RoboCop, the original Peter Weller RoboCop.
Yes.
And it said, can you imagine? You get killed at work. They put you back together so you can go back to work. That's true. And that's his personal life pretty much gone. Now he's only at work.
You sons of bitches, look what you've done to me. Just when I had an out.
That would be your biggest nightmare, Nick.
Oh,
You'd be so pissed. You'd go on a killing spree.
what have you done to me?
So I heard there's a new one coming out, a new RoboCop starring Henry Cavill. I'd definitely be interested in that.
Oh, that's right up your alley, Josh.
I'll watch anything with him in it.
Me too.
I'm not going anywhere near whoever Henry Cavill is.
And I like Joel Kinnaman. He's the one from the one you watched, Ashley. He's the star there.
Speaking of all this AI, oh, and by the way, yes, we're very... Let's go back to the text we received from Sprinkler Fitter Jesus, who said sometimes he dreams that he can take his pecker on and off of his body. Yes, we're all, especially Josh and I, are painfully aware of a song from years ago called Detachable Penis. It's a terrible song that I never wanted to listen to, but there was a time at this radio station where we played it every hour on the hour. Yes, we're aware of that.
Yes. King Missile.
Pardon me?
King Missile, Detachable Penis.
They were around for about an hour, and then they were gone. Where was I going with this? Oh, speaking of AI and technology, we were saying earlier that if you are dependent on ChatGPT, you are a slopper. That's the derogatory nickname for folks who can't get enough of. On the topic of all this AI and all that, people are texting in saying it reminds them of Terminator 2. Now we've touched on RoboCop. The other movie people always bring up via our text machine when we talk about modern technology, they always mention the movie Idiocracy. Now, do you guys have any memory of that movie?
Nope.
I watched it. I really have very little memory of it, but people keep saying we're heading every day closer and closer to the movie Idiocracy. Josh, you didn't see it?
Was that with Ben Affleck?
No, it was one of those Olsen brothers.
Luke Wilson?
Luke Olsen. Yeah.
It's made by Mike Judge, the guy from Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill.
I did not enjoy it. And like I said, it obviously wasn't very memorable because I don't recall the thing. I remember lots and lots of Mountain Dew or something is what I remember about.
Oh, dude, Terry Crews is in it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
lots and lots of energy drinks. That's all I really remember. And maybe it wasn't Mountain Dew, but energy drinks. That's what I recall about Idiocracy. Other than that, I thought it was dog feces.
Yeah, I just looked it up. I've never seen it.
Yeah, okay.
I was familiar with it, but I hadn't watched it before. So that's the gist? Everyone gets stupid from technology?
I don't remember. I just know this, is that whenever we talk about the future, technology, people say we're cruising closer and closer to the movie Idiocracy. I was hoping you guys would have remembered it or seen it. You haven't, so I can't help you with that, Josh. I don't fully understand the comparison to today. I'll have to watch the movie again, which doesn't sound like something that I want to do, but...
Oh, I just looked up the plot of Idiocracy on ChatGPT. I went to the website, and it just responded, "It's cool. Don't worry about it, man. Go about your day. Don't even worry about it."
That's what ChatGPT told me.
Don't. Why even Google something like that?
No need to watch.
Here we effing go with our Thursday broadcast. We appreciate you hanging around with us. We'll try to make it a keeper. When we come back, we'll dial up the stupid news. So we hope you join us in a few minutes here on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
93X
Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Assed Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show, thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.
Nightly Scroll with Haley Carania.
Hello to all my homies in the chat. I'm Haley Carania with some very inconvenient truths.
Your go-to place for the hottest button issues.
Don't you hate when facts get in the way of a good news story?
Cut through the noise and get ready to scroll through the chaos of the modern world, one hot take at a time.
Hear me out. We might need to spread this information 24/7. Let's get into some scrolling time.
Nightly Scroll with Haley Carania.
I love this place.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Welcome to NFL Flag.
Are you ready? Yeah! Are you ready? Yeah!
No matter who you are, lace up your cleats, smear on your eye black, step out on the field and chase something. Chase a goal.
Let's get it.
Chase the big time.
Good job, ladies.
Chase rings. Chase gold medals. Chase all of it. It's all up for grabs now. NFL Flag. Chase something. Visit NFLflag.com to find a league and start the chase today.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Is it real? Is it artificial intelligence? That's a big question these days, isn't it, Cubby?
Yeah, you kind of wonder. I mean, videos, photos, audio, everything.
F me. What have we done to ourselves? We were talking about artificial intelligence earlier on the program. This and that and the other thing. Here's an interesting text message from Hole Digger Jesus. He says sometimes he sits down with AI. He sits down with his chat bot to practice saying things before he confronts his wife.
I have read stories about that where people will craft out, perfect their argument, type into ChatGPT what the situation is and how they should, respond or how they should vocalize themselves to their significant other.
Dear Siri or whoever the name is, right? This dude sits down and says, "Dear Siri, how can I finally win one argument over this woman?" He practices before he confronts the old lady. That's outstanding.
I fell for my first AI video a couple days ago. Usually I can tell, something's off. But I was really sad about this one, and I almost sent it to you guys just to be like, hey, here's a feel-good video if you want to check it out. Then I learned it was AI, and I got so sad. It was bunnies jumping on a trampoline.
Bunnies on a trampoline?
Yeah.
I don't care if it is AI. I still want to see it.
Oh, you should send that.
I saved it and everything, and then, I found out that it was AI. I was like, gosh darn it, they got me. They got me.
You put bunnies on a trampoline, by God, I'm going to come running. All right.
And a few people are texting in saying they use it to help with emails. Have you seen those commercials? They're pretty funny where a guy gets pissed off at his boss or something and he writes this scathing email. I think the commercial was for Apple AI. And then he has it change the tone to friendly and it's a completely different email. Those are pretty funny.
There's all different routes you can take with that stuff. Let's hit up the stupid news for the day. And we're starting with a story that hits close to home for me. The headline says, at a French resort over there, Summers, topless men will be fined $175 for going around town topless. And we've been talking lately about, I was taking sort of a stand a number of days ago about the lost art of topless men. I went topless, you guys know the story, at the state fair a couple years ago, and my family was straight up disgusted by me, where 25 or so years ago, my friends and I hardly ever put a shirt on this time of year.
It is weird. It's different now. I mean, like back in the day, you wouldn't really think twice about it, but if you see somebody with the shirt off, unless they're exercising heavily, you kind of notice it stands out.
Times have changed. Times have changed. Are we not as comfortable in our own skin anymore? This opens up a lot of questions, but going without a shirt as a dude, when I was a young person, it wasn't no thing but a chicken wing on a string from Burger King. Nobody looked at you sideways. We, my group of friends and I, were far from the only dudes who supported that fashion statement, but times have changed. Yannick Moreau, he is the by God elected mayor of this little French beach town that I was telling you about, a place called Les Sablés d'Olonne. Okay. Have you been there, Ashley?
Yeah.
You go on vacation?
It's my favorite spot.
She used to summer there.
Yannick Moreau, the mayor of Les Sablés d'Olonne, he went ahead and referred to topless bros walking around his town as, quote, indecent behavior. The mayor said, it's a question of respect for others who don't want people wandering around town half naked. It's also basic public hygiene, he said. So, the local police now will be going around dumping $175 fines on topless men, and it covers a couple other things here. Anyone walking around naked, obviously, or in just a swimsuit. None of this will be tolerated anymore in Les Sablés d'Olonne, France.
It's weird. I mean, France, I picture everybody topless.
Yeah.
They have topless beaches. I thought they were kind of known for that type.
Is that right?
I thought that was their thing, Josh. I'm with you.
Oh. The French. There's even a poorly put together slogan for this new vibe in town. And it goes like this. 200 years of elegance in Les Sablés d'Olonne. Don't end up in your underwear in our streets. Like I said, it's a very poorly put together slogan. That's what they came up with. Again, with the mayor here, he really digs the sound of his own voice. He said, if you want to show off your pecs or your best swimming shorts in our town, there are 11 kilometers. What an idiot. There
doesn't know they're called miles.
They're called miles.
And this guy's in a position of power.
He's a mayor.
Dumbass.
Doesn't know that they're called miles. He said, if you want to show off your pecs or your perfect ass or your best swim shorts, there are 11 kilometers of beach at your disposal. Oh, one more slogan. Because they're really turning the screws on this. One more slogan here. The mayor said, in Les Sablés d'Olonne, respect doesn't go on holiday. He calls it a holiday, too. It's a vacation.
Ridiculous.
This guy doesn't even know how to talk. Respect doesn't go on holiday. And with that, he was all out of cute sayings, and he called it a day.
All right, what does this guy look like?
You want to look up Yannick Moreau?
Yeah.
You
let's
go
see
right
if
ahead.
that's why.
In the summer, in the summertime, with all the tourists, that town's population goes from 50,000 to almost 300,000. So I can sort of understand why the mayor and some others in town might be tired of seeing disgusting bodies jiggling down the sidewalk 24 hours a day. Maybe they've had enough of the tourists, and they're just looking to mark their territory in whatever way possible.
Find some sort of something to get them out of there.
And make some money off of fines, too.
Make a few bucks in the process. I've got no problem with a dude walking around my town with his shirt off. But if I was in Les Sablés d'Olonne and it was overwhelmed by tourists every summer, maybe I would get a little tired of body hair or aggressive nipples like I haul around town, or back fat or ass cracks, skin tags. Oh, skin tags.
Ugh.
I guess now that I think about it, sometimes when I'm out and about and there's people like there's men that running around shirtless, I can't. Sometimes I'm like, do you really need to be?
Actually, I'm kind of with you on that because I noticed this the other day. I was driving home. I lived by a lake. A guy was running around the lake. It was a dark, pouring rain, close to a thunderstorm, and he was running shirtless. You know, because he was in great shape. Obviously, if I had his body, I'd take the tarp off any chance I got. But it's like, dude, it's pouring rain. It's going to be a washout all day. You really had to go run shirtless right now?
Oh,
It sounds like a movie scene.
I can understand that. That'd be kind of miserable having that hanging off you when it's soaked. Or maybe what was the weather like? Did it start out warm? Maybe he got caught in it.
No, it was one of those days where it's just known it was going to rain all day.
I could kind of understand that, though.
I would have just ran inside.
I think the guy just knew how good he would look once he was soaking wet.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, too. He was just looking to show off.
So, Ashley, when you see a guy walking around town with his shirt off, you say, what was it you just said?
Is it really necessary?
Is it really necessary?
Yeah. And maybe it's just because I'm jealous. I want to be able to run around and like half naked and
I believe
it'd be super safe.
I thought Minneapolis, I mean, it seems like it goes back and forth, but I thought Minneapolis had a rule where if you wanted to, as long as you weren't trying to be all hot and stuff.
It's mostly the safety concern there.
Would anyone be offended if for the rest of this stupid news report I went topless?
I'd prefer it.
I would find it odd, and I would also be worried about my reaction.
I wouldn't be able to stop looking. I would be like,
You damn right you wouldn't be able to stop looking.
Like I would just be staring at your nipples the whole time.
What you would be staring at, Ashley, it's called my physique.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah,
Fine,
nothing against you guys, but I don't want to see any of you shirtless.
I'm not going to do it then. Wait till you leave this morning. After you leave, I'm going topless.
Kilometers. Come on.
Kilometers.
What an idiot.
And people
Still
go on
about that?
And he says people go on holiday.
So just any day you can say it's a holiday.
It's ridiculous.
Whatever. A lot of people are saying, I thought there was a place in France where the naked ladies dance. Yeah, I did too. That's why I don't understand why they're being so modest here.
Yeah, they dance. They're just not as naked as they used to be. All right, let's come back here to the States. In Portland, Oregon, someone upped and took a can of spray paint and turned a pothole into a big fat old pecker.
That always works.
It works for you?
Yeah, well, not for me. I haven't done it. I mean, I've lived on a street, certainly, that had penises all over the place. But the city came out and took care of it right away. And that seems to work with these pothole stories.
93x.com. Do we have these pictures up?
Yep.
I got to warn you, it's nothing fancy or schmancy. Sometimes when a guy dials in and draws a penis on public property, it's very detailed. This isn't one of those times. Someone crudely spray painted on a pothole on the streets of Portland. They spray painted a pecker plus balls. So I'm not sure why this particular graffiti penis has become such a sensation online, because, again, there's nothing special about it. It looks like it took the, quote, artist no more than 10 seconds to create it, but this street dong has taken off on social media. Everybody's in love with it. Check out the pictures on our website. Apparently 2 potholes in Portland were spray painted into dongs. I only saw one of them. City officials are telling folks to knock it off. They're praying this doesn't become a trend. Someone joked around online and said, well, that's one way to get the Portland Bureau of Transportation to come quickly.
Oh, boy.
The laughs didn't last long. Just a couple days later, the potholes were filled smooth in, and the street rods, so to speak, were gone ski. Josh, you mentioned it already. You have experience. You're well-versed in the art of genitalia spray paint. How do you rate these on a scale of 1 to Picasso?
The one that he did, or in this story?
In this story.
I mean, we're at half-mast, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a semi.
The ones that were spray painted in your neighborhood on the jungle gyms and whatnot?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I mean, just very impressive penile art.
Some good detail?
Oh, not just the detail, but there was also helpful descriptions. I mean, I'm imagining young people wrote what was exiting the top of the...
Yes.
And they pointed everything out. Size differences. I mean, there was a representation of a lot of men there.
The street penises, the spray-painted penises that you had...
They were everywhere, all over the street. I lived across the street, which we now, or from a park, which we call Penis Park now for obvious reasons.
But didn't they stretch across the entire park, and it went past the jungle gym, up around the swing
There was
set?
one that was on the street in front of my neighbor's house, and he was wondering if he was supposed to be the target of that one, and he couldn't figure out why his house specifically had one that spanned the entire width of his home.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant stuff.
But listen, I know there's artistic license, and I'm not an artist. I shouldn't necessarily judge other people's art. But, the product, in one case, it was zigzags. And I thought, if they think that's how it works, our public education system's in trouble, or they need to see a urologist.
Zigzags were exiting.
It's like lightning bolts almost.
Here we go again. A lady trying to smuggle turtles in her bra at the airport. The gal got caught trying to smuggle 2 turtles through airport security by hiding them there in her over-the-shoulder boulder holder.
I like turtles.
And everybody likes. And they were good sized, the turtles, that is.
Oh, shoot.
Shoot?
I got excited that when you said they were good size, I was still thinking about the bra.
I was talking about the turtles, Dana.
I know.
The gal got stopped at the Miami International Airport security checkpoint kind of a thing. Right there, snuggled up to her cans, there were 2 turtles wrapped in gauze and plastic. One of the turtles...
No.
I like turtles.
...died. The surviving turtle was handed over to the wildlife folks, those type of people, the wildlife officials in town.
She had a dead turtle in her bra.
She did. What, do you got a dead turtle in your bra or something? The Transportation Security Administration wrote something on social media. They said, friends, first off, I'm not your friggin' friend or your buddy or your pal or your guy. Friends, please, we cannot emphasize this enough. This is the Transportation Security Administration speaking. Stop hiding animals in weird places on your body and then trying to sneak them through airport security. And then they closed out their message by saying, no, really, is what they said. No, really.
Oh, I thought he was kidding the first time he said
it. Dana, you're going to get pulled over by TSA sometime for those crabs you smuggle in your pants.
That's true. Very true. I get nervous every time.
I like turtles.
So you tell me, Josh.
Yeah, I know.
Was this gal some type of wacky-ass professional turtle smuggler, or was she trying to keep from paying the extra charge at the airport for traveling with a pet?
I'm going to guess the first thing you said.
Okay.
Because there was an accompanying article that talked about how this is still big. I mean, smuggling these animals in, and you can get some pretty good money for some of them.
Every friggin' week we get one of these. Lizards, turtles, frogs, dogs, hogs.
I find it really interesting because... I was just going through a thread the other day, and it was people that, they go to some type of state or other country, and something alive sneaks into their suitcase, and they open up their suitcase when they're home, and, oh, there you go. There's this huge tarantula or, a gecko of some sort. And but those people don't get caught.
Oh, no.
You have to, I guess, just hope it sneaks into your suitcase, and then you're good.
We got trouble here. Broken Lifted 79 Jesus says, Nick, relax, guy.
Oh, I'm not your guy. I just texted him and said, what did I do?
Yeah, he was going for that bit.
I didn't realize he was kicking in the bit.
I was thinking about this turtle.
Relax, guy. I'm going to go ahead back to you, broken, lifted, 79 Jesus. I'm going to say, I'm not your guy, buddy. Okay,
Let's see what he says after this.
Right.
I'm curious. If I died being smothered by a pair of boobs, there's probably worse ways to go. I feel bad for this turtle, probably not realizing that that's kind of cool.
Yeah, he didn't realize how good he had it.
A few months ago, some jagoff in New York got busted and beaten quite thoroughly at the airport for trying to sneak a turtle onto an airplane by smashing the poor thing down in his greasy drawers. That poor turtle was salsa dancing with that dude's balls for 3 or 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't right.
No, that's worse.
All right. Staying with the reptilian theme here. Well, damn. A famous snake catcher over there in India. A famous snake catcher. What a gig, huh?
Not for me, but...
You're not a snake?
Oh, no, I wouldn't want the job. I'm just saying, what a hell of a gig to be.
To Ashley. I was asking Ashley because she just said, not for me.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty cool from a distance.
Yeah, they don't bother me. But I do think they're cool. I don't think I'd want to be a snake catcher because I'd imagine if you're a snake catcher, it's the scary ones, the ones that can do some damage.
The scary ones.
Definitely.
Let me tell you about this effing guy now. Again, he's in India, and he's a snake catcher. Let's see where this goes. Okay, he caught a deadly poisonous snake because that's what he does. His next move was to transport the snake to the wild so he could set it free. That's part of his regular routine. So he catches a poisonous snake. He got on his motorbike to drive it out to the wild. Now, here's the part that'll throw you. Instead of putting the deadly, poisonous, and bloodthirsty snake in a sack or a bucket or something like that to drive it out to the woods, the famous snake catcher just put the damn snake around his neck like a scarf.
All right, he's getting cocky.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I agree, Ashley. That's all that was.
I don't know why he would do... So maybe there were some foxy ladies nearby. He wanted to show them that he was built different, as the young kids say.
Was he reenacting a Britney Spears video?
Oh.
I remember that one. I think that song was called... I can't think of the name of the song. Anyway.
I'm a slave for you.
I'm a slave for you.
No, we're looking for the song, Dana. It was kind of weird.
I think you're right.
Ashley, would you think a snake catcher would be like an attractive occupation for a man? If you were dating, looking for somebody, and you meet a guy who goes, what do you do for a living? Well, I'm a snake catcher.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
I agree.
I'd have a lot of questions. I feel like our conversations would never get stale.
He's got stories.
Yeah, your work stories would suck compared to his.
Yeah, I could never complain about anything at work.
What about a dog catcher?
No, we're not friends.
Craig's dad in Friday was a dog catcher, and that dog bit him on the ass. So here's our famous snake catcher. Again, he catches a venomous snake. Somebody texted in and said, snakes are not poisonous. They are venomous.
Oh, did you say poisonous?
Well, sorry.
Oh
yeah,
my
they
God.
are venomous. That's true.
Dude, for whatever reason, wraps the snake around his neck and takes off on his motorbike. I'm sorry to tell you that shortly after our dude wrapped that snake around his neck and started up through town, the snake bit him on the hand, and the next morning, he woke up dead. Deepak was the name that he went by. And he volunteered for this particular snake catching gimmick. He was a professional, but he was also just a nice neighborly guy. So when he wasn't working, friends, how do I say that? When he wasn't working, friends knew they could call him up on the telephone and say, hey, Deepak, get your ass over here. There's a fat-ass cobra in my shower or whatever. And Deepak would head over there right quick, and he'd snatch up the deadly snakes for his friends and neighbors for free. But now the guy got killed dead.
way out of my league, Jesus said his 78-year-old mom is a certified rattlesnake wrangler.
Whoa.
My God.
How do you get that?
Great question.
Have you guys, I was just talking about this with somebody. Have you ever been on like some type of hike, a different state usually?
Nope.
I noticed these when I was in Utah, and there was signs everywhere that says, like, watch out for rattlesnakes. And the guide that I was with is like, yeah, they're all around here, but it's okay because you'll see them before they see you or whatever. You'll hear them. And I'm like, I don't want to be in a vicinity where I can even hear the rattle. Like, why are we so chill about this?
Ashley, that's why you don't go on hikes.
So Deepak, the snake catcher, I mean, word is he made it to the hospital after he got bit on the hand by the snake that was hanging around his neck while he was riding a motorcycle. I know there's a lot to this. Deepak made it to the hospital.
Is there a guy that's any cooler? For riding a motorcycle with a snake around his neck? It's sad what happened.
For a brief moment, he was the coolest man on earth.
How many kilometers away is India?
Oh, God, I can't even count that high.
A
lot of kilometers. He made it to the hospital, and the doctors did this and that to try and help him. They even sent him home. But like I said, the next thing you know, some bitch woke up dead. Why he wanted to risk his effing life by wrapping this snake around his damn neck is a mystery. The story doesn't indicate anywheres whether or not that was his preferred way of transporting a snake. I just don't know, Josh. And now the guy is taking a dirt nap. If I were a snake catcher, I'd have myself a snake bucket.
Me too. And I'd maybe have an anti-venom.
An anti-venom.
I'd just carry that around.
No, you need an anti-poison, Josh, because snakes are poisonous.
I'd want one of each.
I'd have some anti-venom, right? A big jug of it. I would have a snake bucket, and I'm not even going to be carrying the snake bucket. You know who's carrying the snake bucket? The new guy that works for me.
Oh, yeah?
He's the one carrying the snake bucket.
Does he have a strong stomach? He can handle that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Did you guys have those people come to your school when you were younger, like the reptile people?
Oh, yeah.
No.
That was so cool. Yeah, I have a picture of me holding a huge boa constrictor around my neck.
I don't recall.
We had one come in studio. We've had that kind of thing a few times. Actually, you were here didn't you actually organize one of those?
Yeah, I think, was that the time I had a tarantula crawl on me? That was sweet.
May have been.
Well, it was sweet until they were like, hey, if you move a little bit, it could get scared and then run up your arm and go to your head. They like to sit on your head, I guess.
If I'm a snake catcher, Josh, I get you know who's carrying the snakes? My intern.
Oh, sure.
I get myself an intern from a broken family.
Your unpaid intern,
The unpaid intern from a broken family is the one who's going to be transporting the snakes to the woods. I caught them. You carry them, kid.
Question.
Yes.
I catch snakes. Pretty cool. My name's Deepak. Awesome.
Word.
I ride a motorcycle. Sweet. I don't want it around my neck.
No.
What if I had a sidecar? Is that cool or does it kill the coolness?
It doesn't kill the coolness. You're only being smart. You're only being safe. Get a sidecar to the sidecar, and that's where you put the snake.
Oh, yeah. And just put like those goggles on them and what are those called? Scarf and things like that?
An old bomber jacket. All right. How about a little revenge on those snakes? We can't let them get away with what they just did to Deepak. We can't. Ashley, your baby, unborn baby, I'm sure will be a cool character in many ways, but there's no way your baby's ever going to come off this cool. A little damn baby, again, summer's in northern India, a little baby bit a cobra to death after the cobra had coiled itself around the baby. They have these problems all the time over there.
Your baby's going to be that tough, I have a feeling. There's not a snake that's going to be able to take out your baby.
I sure hope so. That's crazy. How did it not, bite back?
Ashley, are you going to get your son, when he's born, a My First Knives kit or something like that? Teach him how to stab, stab, stab?
That is such a great idea.
My first illegal fireworks. Josh, where is it where the giant... What do you call those giant snakes that will just swallow you whole?
Anaconda?
I don't know. Sure. The ones that'll swallow you whole. I thought they had a specific name. I thought
it was anaconda.
I'll go along with it. We read those stories now and again where grandma goes for a walk and she ends up in the belly of these massive snakes. Let's go along with it. Is that Brazil? Where is that? We get about 2 or 3 of those a month.
Well, Andover, but South America is another place you'll find them.
In Andover?
Yes.
And now in India, the place is just crawling with the biting snakes. Not necessarily the ones that'll swallow you whole, but the biting snakes. So much so that one wrapped itself around a little baby, but the baby bit the snake first and killed it.
Whoa.
A 1-year-old boy, they say, by the name of Govinda. The baby was, I'm going to take a guess. I know nothing about babies. But I'm guessing the baby had no idea what was happening, and he just bit down on the snake like he'd bite down on anything else that would have fallen into his lap. That's what little babies do, right?
Yeah, they put everything in their mouth.
The little kid's grandmother, who it says here undermines everything the parents try to teach the child, and she comes over uninvited and stays way too long, they say here in the story.
Oh,
the
gosh.
kid's grandmother. The grandmother said, when we saw the snake, everyone rushed towards the child, but in the meantime, he had already bitten the snake, and he killed the effing thing on the spot, Grandma said.
The baby is venomous.
Yeah, I'd be slightly terrified.
Yeah, I'd be scared. Would you think you have a bit of a hell baby?
Yeah.
Watch your baby
Like,
killed?
damn.
Yeah, I might get into God a little bit after that.
What is this friggin' thing capable of? How am I
Killed a
supposed?
snake.
How am I supposed to be an authority figure in the house after this thing just killed a venomous snake?
You're constantly side-eyeing the baby.
Yeah, where are you going?
Steelers fan Jesus says, was that baby part mongoose? That'd be a great nickname for the kid, Mongoose.
Yeah, oh, I love it. Every time the baby gets up off the couch, you say, where are you going? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're suspicious.
definitely.
What are you doing? I didn't do anything, did I? Did I say something?
Can you imagine you'd have to catapult food into that baby's mouth. You don't want your hand anywhere near it.
Oh, you're right. Slingshot it.
Now, it wasn't all fun and games. Biting into a venomous snake isn't the brightest idea in the world. After biting the snake, the little baby passed smooth out from the snake venom getting into his little yapper. And they took him to the hospital, and he's still being looked after over there, but it sounds as if things will turn out all right for this killer baby.
That's crazy having to explain that to the hospital.
Man. Yeah, when that kid turns 16 and he says, hey, Dad, I'm going to take the car out. And I say, I don't think it's a very good idea. He just gives me a look, and I say, oh, here are the keys. Here you go. No. Have a good time. Stay out all night if you have to. Do you need some drug money? This kid runs the household, and he's a 1-year-old. All right. We ought to move. Did my keys even factor into the bit? Because
Yeah.
I got them out.
Yeah. I like that.
They factored into the bit fine?
Yeah.
All right. Then
Sure.
I'll go back to that again sometime.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I look out the window. It was a f***ing baby standing on a corner. And the baby didn't even look scared. He was just standing there. I mean, it made me sad. It made me sad, really. Because I wanted to help the baby. But I wasn't going to get out the car. I'm serious, man. I just cracked the window a little bit. Hey, baby. Baby, go home, man. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. What the f*** are you doing up? The baby said, I'm selling weed. I said, oh, he said, you got kids to feed. I said, God.
Got kids to feed. That's outstanding. In the stupid news, we were talking about this super baby, I guess, part mongoose. A little baby in India had a cobra wrap itself around the baby, and the baby bit the cobra, killed it. I mean, incredible story. Right away, I got a text from somebody in the listening audience that simply said, Hey, baby.
Anytime there's... Oh, I'm sorry.
Doing out on the street at 3 o'clock in the... Yeah.
Anytime there's a story about a baby, I think that bit instantaneous.
Oh, man.
It's just so good.
When I first saw that, I was watching my television. I about fell off the couch. Dave Chappelle, many years ago, he went ahead with that. We have a listener in our audience who's been bitten by a copperhead snake.
Oh, scary.
And lived to talk about it.
Oh, man.
Interestingly enough, he has baby in his Jesus name. This is Toxic Water Baby Jesus. This is when he was in the service, stationed at Camp Lejeune. I hear a lot about Camp Lejeune on my television. I got bit by a copperhead snake, and he said it made my arm look like Quagmire's left arm after he discovered internet porn.
Remember how mad he was at everyone for not telling him about internet porn?
Wow.
I wonder, did you get like stretch marks?
Oh, Smash League, stretch marks. He said his arm swelled so big, it cracked the skin.
That's not supposed to happen.
And it ruined his day, he said.
bet.
Oh.
It ruined his friggin' day.
I'm sorry.
He's having a good day over there at, what do you call it? What do they call it? Yeah, but what do they call that? Boot camp. He's having a good day at boot camp, and then he got bit by a copperhead, and his arm swelled. Yeah.
Hey, Quagmire, what do you got there?
It's the new Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Check it out.
Those swimsuit issues don't excite me like they used to. I've been spoiled by internet porn.
It's true. Totally.
What do you mean, internet porn?
You, don't know about internet porn?
Don't know what? I'm not really a computer guy.
Quagmire, I would think you, of all people, would know about internet porn.
They've got like thousands, literally millions of naked pictures on the internet.
What?
And videos, thousands of them.
You guys are messing with me.
Quagmire, you don't use the internet?
You mean that crappy dial-up thing that's a pain in the ass? No, I don't use the damn internet. I thought that was for nerds. Why didn't you guys tell me?
Oh, yeah, you can even see Tanya Harding's honeymoon video on there. I mean, it's gross, but it's like famous gross.
That's great stuff.
When he walks out and his left arm is so big and he's just disheveled, he's got that beard going. He's like, now I've just been checking out that internet porn.
That was a funny scene.
It cooked him. It cooked him.
Hadn't been out left the house for days.
That didn't change me as much as when Randy Marsh gets the internet back in South Park.
Oh, my God.
And they catch him covered in quote-unquote ectoplasm.
It was a ghost.
He made a terrible mess.
That was a hard episode to get through.
I'm with you on that one.
Back to Family Guy. I think my favorite line ever from that series, and I don't watch a ton of it. It's not like I'm the kind of guy that could rattle through all the episodes. I watch a little bit of Family Guy now and again. From what I've seen, the line that took me by surprise and about threw me across the room, Chris, the teenage boy in the family, is having a bad day. Something happened, and he's down in the dumps. And Lois, his mother, approaches him and says, Chris, so she's got something to cheer him up, right? And she says, Chris, I've got a surprise for you. And he says, if it's Anne Heche's beehole from the movie Psycho, I already saw it. The Twins got their nuts kicked in yesterday by the Boston Red Sox, and then they made a trade. They traded Joan Duran, the closer, the big 100-mile-per-hour closer. I'm sure I've been saying his name incorrectly throughout his entire stay here in Minnesota, but you know who I'm talking about. Duran, whatever the hell. They traded him to Philadelphia.
Gross.
Got a couple of prospects in return. I'm sure.
Isn't that where Kepler is, though?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you know what? That is where the Strudel plays baseball. And you know what?
That's where fans get horny, too, right? Isn't that in Philly?
Oh, yeah.
The recent video? Have you seen the T-shirt?
No.
It says, I got fingered, PH, in Philadelphia.
Yes.
Well, actually, that game was in New York City, but close enough. Close enough. No, I have not seen the T-shirt. But, boy, that couple was putting on a hell of a show the other day. Is that still up on our website?
Yes, it is.
Well, there was some digital stimulation going on between a couple at a Yankee game. It was at the New York Yankees, Philadelphia Phillies fans. The couple, they were Philadelphia Phillies fans. So I'm sure Randy Shaver has something or another to say about this trade. And from what I understand, from what we've been hearing all week long, this is just the beginning. I mean, who knows? Who knows? The word is they're going to be it's a blowout sale today for the Twins, but we'll see if that becomes a reality. We got to take a break. Josh's news is coming up next.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Assed Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show, thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.
Nightly Scroll with Haley Caronia.
Hello to all my homies in the chat. I'm Haley Caronia with some very inconvenient truths.
Your go-to place for the hottest button issues.
Don't you hate when facts get in the way of a good news story?
Cut through the noise and get ready to scroll through the chaos of the modern world, one hot take at a time.
Hear me out. We might need to spread this information 24/7. Let's get into some scrolling time.
Nightly Scroll with Haley Caronia.
I love this place.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Isn't that a religious show? With all the Jesus and Sheezus talk?
Oh, hell no.
Just kidding. They suck.
93X.
Well, I don't like it. I lock my doors. Like, normally the doors are open until it's time to go to bed. And now I lock them.
Okay. A landlord was starting his lawnmower when he suddenly noticed that the machine exploded.
Oh, my God.
The machine made it pretty obvious. And police believe it wasn't an accident.
It's under investigation, and we're going to do everything we can to find the people that were involved in doing it.
They did find them.
Someone booby-trapped his lawnmowers?
Yeah.
Some bitch would die when he flipped the switch?
And luckily, he didn't get hurt.
My
somehow.
God.
64-year-old David Martin told police about 4:30 p.m. July 20th, there was a loud explosion at his rental property in Pennsylvania. He said he just started the lawnmower when it blew up underneath him, and he suspected it may have been a bomb. He's very perceptive. Martin told the FBI and ATF. He said he went into the garage bay, he filled the mower's tank with gas, sat down, and let it idle for about 10 seconds. Then he squeezed the handles to move it forward, and that's when the blast hit, scaring the bejesus out of him and leaving him feeling a little long in the colon, if you catch my drift. It didn't take long for investigators to focus on 54-year-old James Seaver, a man Martin had evicted from the same property just a week earlier. A state trooper also remembered responding to the address after Seaver reportedly came back and made threats. He wasn't subtle about it either. Authorities said Seaver was upset about being kicked out and warned Martin, "You're going to end up getting yourself hurt over this." The explosion happened about 5 weeks later. June Grossens, who lives near where the explosion happened, said she hopes Seaver is found soon.
Like, soon? Like, today? I mean, God only knows where he is, though. He had a couple days to run.
Where'd you find this one, Josh?
She's something else.
Yeah, I'd have some beers and cigarettes with her. She sounds fun.
She is a keeper. So this really happened. Someone booby-trapped a dude's lawnmower.
Yeah.
I got a title for this movie. Goodfellas.
Inside the garage bay, investigators found metal shrapnel scattered around, along with pieces of threaded pipe, zip ties, nail screws, battery parts, and wire. In adjacent rooms, they discovered even larger chunks of shrapnel, signs that a metal pipe had been violently blasted through the walls. Experts reviewed the debris and confirmed it was the result of an improvised explosive device.
Man, I'm going to have to think twice next time I go out to cut the grass.
The next day, police interviewed a witness who said Seaver had been fuming over issues with the property's chimney, and at one point said, "I'll blow that mother effer up."
What?
Which it now appears he tried.
Well, that is absolutely a first for me.
Yeah, lawnmower bomb?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that either.
One of my buddies in high school blew up his dad's lawnmower on accident. It was fun to watch. You had to be there. The yard's burning, the mower's burning.
People are screaming.
We're all just screaming and running around in a circle, not sure what to do. Trying to find the fire extinguisher, that has been stored in the garage for the last 35 years, but no one exactly knows the exact location. Fun times.
This is a bit off topic, but Have you seen the movie Lawnmower Man? I'd imagine Dana and Ashley are too young.
Never saw it.
I definitely know. That crossed my mind, too. I played the video game. I never saw the movie.
There was a video game?
Oh, there was a video game. I bet the video game was just as bad as the movie was.
Do you remember the premise of the movie?
I barely remember it. I remember there's a creepy guy that mowed lawns, and I think he tried to kill people. It was so long ago.
Was that the premise of the video game?
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh. No, I never bothered with it. I remember it when it was a thing for a few months. I think I was in high school when that movie came out.
That's a Stephen King deal, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you're right, Stephen King.
49-year-old Oklahoma attorney Tracy Zoll walked into a daycare and tried to lure a 2-year-old girl out of the classroom. Yeah. Later telling investigators she had been sent by God to be with children.
Anytime something like this happens to a licensed attorney, the first thing you wonder is, are there mental health issues? Are there drug or alcohol issues?
Or a combination of both.
I'm not wondering about any of those.
No, I'm relatively certain one or both of those are exactly to blame. Zoll walked in through an unlocked door at Westminster Presbyterian Church Child Care. She made her way downstairs and walked straight into a classroom. She approached a toddler and told the little girl to follow her out of the room. A teacher realized something was off, grabbed the child, and told Zoll to leave, but she wouldn't. Instead, she kept wandering through the church until she came across a group of kids walking in line.
Thank you!
Bless you.
God dang it, I'm sorry. I couldn't find the button. What happened? What time is it?
Then she jumped in this line and said she was just going with them. A teacher confronted her. She noticed a person twice as tall. Thinking maybe she was a volunteer, though, the teacher let her tag along to a classroom where Zoll casually sat down at a table with several kids until another staff member stepped in. That's when she repeated she was sent by God to be with the children. She was again asked to leave, and this time she did.
Sent by God. Here we go.
A staff member jotted down part of her license plate, passed it along to police. They used license plate readers and tracked her down to her home. She admitted she'd made a mistake, and she had no reason to be at the daycare since she didn't have a child enrolled there. As it turns out, it's not her first run-in with trouble. The Oklahoma Bar Association had already disciplined her for forging a prescription. And back in 2021, she was arrested for, no big deal, threatening to kill a coworker.
Oh!
That former coworker spoke with the media and said, I trust the court and the Bar Association to address these allegations of her behavior in an appropriate manner and to protect the public.
Oh, God. Zoll was the name, huh?
Zoll, yeah.
The name even sounds kind of scary.
A woman who moonlighted...
Zoll. Did it work?
Yeah, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
There is no Dana, only Zoll.
That's right.
A woman who moonlighted as a nurse in multiple states without the pesky burden of a nursing license is now facing a diagnosis of extremely bad news, a mountain of charges stemming from a 5-year fraud scheme that began during the pandemic when medical facilities needed the extra help.
It wasn't uncommon for these different residence locations, agencies to reach out to host agencies and say, we need some extra shifts filled.
39-year-old imposter nurse Sharon Warmack used possibly as many as 20 aliases to land nursing jobs in Pennsylvania and beyond.
Did she go by the name of Zoll at any time?
No, she didn't.
Word.
Did I say Shannon, sorry.
Shannon something or another.
Sometimes stealing the identities of real nurses from southern states to pull it off. Investigators claim she forged credentials, fabricated documents for staffing agencies, and even created a sham LLC to give her operation a veneer of legitimacy. She reportedly bounced from one healthcare facility to the next, from Georgia to Connecticut, posing as everyone from a licensed practical nurse to a registered nurse supervisor. Her stint at each location usually lasted only a few shifts, but sometimes just one, before her work was flagged for things like poor performance and professional misconduct. So she was so bad that sometimes within minutes people realized there's no way you're a nurse. In some instances, she was accused of stealing drugs.
I was about ready to say, how did she get away with it? But she didn't.
No, that's why she kept bouncing around.
She sucked at it.
I guess she just had a really good resume.
Boy, I don't know how I would fake that either.
Her house of stolen scrubs began to crumble in April when she gave fake names to troopers during a routine traffic stop, not realizing one or more of those fake names were tied to multiple active warrants.
Multiple fake names.
Well, we wouldn't run into this problem here because hospitals across Minnesota earned spots on this year's U.S. News and World Report rankings.
Woohoo!
With one each in Duluth, Rochester, and St. Cloud, and the rest clustered around the Twin Cities. 3 hospitals are now added to the list this year. Regions in St. Paul, Fairview, St. John's and Maplewood, and North Memorial and Robbinsdale.
Robbinsdale?
Yeah, even Robbinsdale made the list.
I was at that one not too long ago. They were very, very friendly, but I do think Maple Grove deserves to be on this list. They are incredible. That's where I'm going to deliver my baby.
That's where your baby will be born.
And they are just, they know what the heck they're doing over there. Oh, my gosh.
They got it down. I have to admit, though, Josh, whenever I do go to Robbinsdale, I say to myself, okay, where's the nearest hospital?
I was born there at that hospital.
No, you were not.
Oh, cute.
No surprise here, the Mayo Clinic in Rochester once again landed on the National Honor Roll, joined by its sister location in Phoenix. That elite list highlights the top 20 hospitals in the country. U.S. News evaluated more than 4,400 hospitals from the American Hospital Association's annual survey database, measuring performance across 15 specialties. About 500 hospitals from 49 states earned a spot in those rankings. And according to a recent Reader's Choice poll from Newsweek, one of the latest top 10 list names for the best bowling alleys in the country is from right here in Minnesota, Bryant Lake Bowl in Minneapolis, recently seen on the cover of a Black Keys album. It made the cut. The Uptown staple ranked 4th in the nation, and it was some of the non-bowling features that may have gotten the Lake Street hub a boost. Get ready for a great double feature, a rowdy improv show, and a game on the lanes, editors wrote. The 1950s vibe and cabaret theater set the stage for what's become a popular date night spot in Uptown Minneapolis, according to Newsweek.
Last time I was at Bryant Lake Bowl, I met every member of Metallica.
Oh, that was just the most recent tour, right?
Road crew.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
They were very friendly. They were very friendly. We had a good time. We bowled. I had a can of Old Style. I had a can of, what did I have? I had some other Steve Weiser flavor. Dana, you were there. What was
it Pabst?
Pabst, yeah, PBR and an Old Style. It's a great
Delicious.
place. Great place. I'm also a big fan of Medina Ballroom.
It made the 4th on the list, Bryant Lake Bowl did.
I'll be dipped in feces.
The Denver pastor and his wife are in hot holy water after turning divine inspiration into a $3.4 million crypto con. They ignored the whole thou shalt not steal thing, and they pinned the whole thing on the Almighty.
Blamed God?
They did. The couple raised about $3.4 million from roughly 300 investors between January 2022 and July of 2023. They promised returns through their cryptocurrency index coin. However, prosecutors said only a fraction of the funds went toward the project. At least $1.3 million was spent on personal expenses, including airfare, motel stays, high-end shopping, and a divine home renovation supposedly commissioned by none other than God himself.
The charges are that Caitlin and I pocketed $1.3 million, and I just want to come out and say that those charges are true. Out of that $1.3, $500,000 went to the IRS, and a few $100,000 went to a home remodel that the Lord told us to do.
Yeah, see?
No.
You can be a dick about it if you want, but God told us to do it. I'm not denying a thing.
The man in the sky, Josh.
That guy.
God, yeah.
He wanted us to have a nice home.
Yes.
We wanted a pot filler. God said have a pot filler.
What the hell is a pot filler?
You don't know what a pot filler is?
No, what's a pot filler?
Let me Google that real quick.
What's a pot filler?
I'll send you some links.
Oh, for Christ's sake, again with the links.
The pastor claimed the idea for Index Coin came from God in October of 2021 and told followers the Lord encouraged them to launch it.
Stop!
Promising financial abundance and blessings to those that handed over their cash.
What's a pot filler?
He's also accused of specifically targeting Christian communities, claiming divine guidance for their potential wealth. According to prosecutors, Index Coin is now worthless, and investors have lost everything.
I've had enough of that guy.
I don't like that guy either.
No.
After an 8.8 megathrust earthquake struck Russia Tuesday night, tsunami warnings, watches, and advisories were issued across the Pacific.
Oh, boy.
Meanwhile, at least one person wondered if the waves might somehow reach Fargo, North Dakota.
What?
and what sort of prep they would need to do.
Oh my gosh, open the schools. What is happening?
How did Fargo get into the conversation of a tsunami in the Pacific?
Well, someone saw the reports on, how big these waves are going to be and how dangerous a tsunami is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, am I safe? There is no threat for tsunami impacts in North Dakota, the National Weather Service reassured. They replied to a user on X who pointed out people were Googling whether a tsunami could hit North Dakota and what to do if one did.
Ashley, you think we should just start school right now?
Yep, everybody needs to go back to school.
Go back.
Yep, let's take some earth science classes.
Let's get out a map.
Oh, Lord.
The Weather Service said it would take something beyond apocalyptic to make that happen. North Dakota's landlocked. If you look at a map, you can tell. More than 1,500 miles from the nearest ocean. That said, cities like Fargo, Moorhead, and Grand Forks and East Grand Forks are no strangers to devastating water events. And there is such a thing as a lake tsunami, which technically can happen in places like North Dakota. They're incredibly rare, but possible. Like their ocean counterparts, lake tsunamis can be triggered by earthquakes. And while North Dakota isn't exactly earthquake-prone, the ground does rumble from time to time. I had an insurance guy that tried to sell me earthquake insurance.
Oh, you got it, right?
Are you kidding me?
And he pointed out to, fault lines and the possibility and stuff like that.
Oh,
no.
Shut up.
I would just stare at him just completely blank-faced. You're being for real right now?
Still, lake tsunamis can be powerful. They don't always need a major earthquake to unleash destruction. Take what happened in British Columbia in November 2020. You remember. A landslide dumped 18 million cubic meters of rock, about the combined mass of all the cars in Canada, according to NASA. This went into a glacial lake. That resulted in a tsunami wave at least 328 feet high that obliterated shoreline forest and salmon spawning grounds.
I don't remember anything about that, Cubby.
Was Fargo okay?
Fargo was fine.
Okay.
Thank God. It was a close one.
F me running.
Buckle up for more carnage in Twisted Metal Season 2, the high-octane series based on the popular video game. Anthony Mackie returns as a fast-talking outsider tasked with delivering a mysterious package across a savage post-apocalyptic wasteland where marauders, mayhem, and mind games await every turn. I really liked Season 1. Ashley, you were a fan as well, right?
Yes.
It's very fun. The series also stars Thomas Hayden Church and Will Arnett. Then tonight on NBC, the NFL Hall of Fame game between the Lions and the Chargers.
What? There's football on tonight?
Yeah, what time are you guys coming over?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Well, it starts at 7.
Woohoo,
I'll be there at 5 for snacks.
Please do.
Avenged Sevenfold singer M. Shadows, 44. BJ Novak, Ryan on The Office, 46. Blade and Expendables star who could use a better tax guy, Wesley Snipes, 63. Businessman, television personality, and part owner of the Mavericks, Mark Cuban, 67.
Oh, I love him. That's my man right there.
Zippity-doo-dah, you son of a bitch bastard.
I Hate Ketchup Jesus wants to wish a happy birthday to her son-in-law, Nathan. Happy anniversary to Cattle Prod Jesus and Sleepy Eye from Goat Truckin' Jesus. Happy birthday to Maddie, the Mad Fox, turning the big 01 today. Another birthday shout-out, this to Spam Town Bricklayer Jesus, also 18 months clean and sober. Congratulations.
Smooth out of Spam Town.
That's where he's from.
He says.
And a shout-out to Beer Cheese Jesus and his wife, Mad Dog, for bringing a new member of the sisterhood yesterday. Thank you to Big Poop Jesus, who let us know the great news. And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver.
It's not like you can hide him. It's not like you're going to put him in your front yard.
On the Half-Assed Morning Show.
I don't think it's serious right now. We'll see where everything goes, but my goal has always been to be here and win here. And I've been talking to Derek and Rocco, and I'll be ready for the next series.
That's the voice of Twin shortstop Carlos Correa. I saw a report yesterday that said Carlos would be willing to waive his no-trade clause to reunite with that crooked-ass Houston Astros ball club that he used to play for years ago. Hey, Randy Shaver.
Good morning.
Well, the Twins made a deal yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah, on the Correa thing, the Astros made a deal last night with Ramon Urias from Baltimore. So they kind of picked up a middle infielder. And I guess I'm wondering if they did that because they knew they weren't going to get Correa. So
that would make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know if the Correa thing is going to happen, but the trading of Duran obviously is disappointing in a lot of different ways. He's not a free agent. They still had 2 years of control over his contract. He's 27. He's a fabulous closer, as we all know. But they got two really good players in return. Mick Abel is 23, drafted in the first round in 2020. He made the major league level this year, so he's got a taste of it. And he's got a bright future. He's not the number one prospect on their number one pitching prospect. That's Andrew Painter. And the Twins were trying to get him, but they fell short. And then the catcher, I was reading last night, this guy's he's going to be a player. He's only 18. He's about to turn 19.
Eduardo Taint is the name.
Yeah, Tate.
I'm sorry.
He's got a chance to be really good. They sent him to Cedar Rapids, the high Class A ball, to start. But there's a pretty decent chance he'll progress pretty quick. And I think catcher is a position for the Twins that they know down the road here they're going to have one or two players, be able to step in and fill that role, because they really don't have anybody, at least it doesn't seem that way, in that AAA, AA level that's ready to be a star at that position. But this kid has a chance to do that. So.
Right on. Duran had a nice run here. I wish him luck.
He did.
I wish him luck with the Philadelphia Phillies.
And he'll have a great run with the Phillies. They're built to win now. Great lineup. Now that Bryce Harper's healthy, they're killing it. They've blown 16 saves this year. Their bullpen is a total mess, and he'll come in and he'll make a difference for that ball club. So I'm happy for him that he'll get a chance to get back to the postseason, but I'm super disappointed for the Twins that he's not a free agent. He's not
right.
A guy that they had to deal in order to get something in return. This was kind of a crucial piece to the Twins' puzzle. So,
and we've been led to believe all week, even longer than that, for the last 2 or 3 weeks, that there's more to come. This is just the beginning. At least the rumors we keep hearing is it's going to be a full-on yard sale today for the Minnesota Twins. I'll believe that when I see it, but that's the rumor.
I agree. But I think what you'll see will be the free agent guys and not like Joe Ryan. I think, at least I hope that's the case.
Castro, Bader, guys like that.
Yeah, guys like that won't get as big a name prospects or players in return. They just want to get something in return because they know they're likely not going to re-sign those guys. So
here's a text from Eastbound at Sundown Jesus, who said the Twins need a catcher. How old is Joe Mauer's son? No pressure, kid. No pressure.
Chip Mauer is only like 3 or 4 years old.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Darn it.
He's got a lot of time to wait.
Hurry up.
Well, then have Joe come back.
Now his daughters are older, You never know.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you never do. Not when you got that kind of bloodline. It was ugly at Target Field yesterday. Now, I didn't see the game, but it was described as lifeless. The Twins' effort was described as lifeless and toothless.
Yeah.
The Boston Red Sox beat their asses 13-1. Yes, Randy.
But you know what, Nick? We've been hearing a lot of that kind of talk, whether it's been reported by the media in their observations of the Twins, of the clubhouse, of the players. That's kind of been a theme, I would say, in the last 2 months.
Okay, see, I haven't heard those stories.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it on social and some other places where, like, the observation of the clubhouse or the dugout was kind of like that. So
I thought Griffin Jacks was going to choke Rocco in the dugout yesterday. I did see some highlights, and I thought Griffin Jacks was going to choke Rocco.
Yeah.
I think that lifeless feeling goes back to last season. If you take out, what was it, May, where they got really hot for a little bit, they've just kind of had this down vibe ever since that collapse of last season.
Well,
that seems what the team is.
I would say it goes back even longer when they cut the payroll after they made the playoffs.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I think that's what set the tone for where we are right now. Certainly with the fan base, and I'm sure with the players in the clubhouse. When the ownership said, after that, they win a playoff series and everybody's excited. It's the first time in a long time. And then the next year they come out in the offseason and say, we're cutting the payroll. It's like, what? And so I think we're seeing the repercussions of all of that now, not only with, play on the field, but just the attitude of everything.
You got to have a good attitude, Randy.
And it's only getting worse.
Somebody posted a clip of the Twins beating the Blue Jays in that playoff series. The ninth inning, they close it out, win 2-0. Crowd is going crazy, and they say, how did we go from that to this so quickly?
Right.
Well, you know what played a big role in that, and I'm not trying to point fingers. You know what played a big role in the fact that that Blue Jays series from a couple years ago wasn't the beginning of something special. Injuries is what squashed that momentum right away. Royce Lewis and Byron Buxton and their injuries. And I'm not trying to be critical of those two guys because injuries happen. But in my opinion, they had that momentum because those guys were healthy, and they haven't been since, really. I mean, Bucks had a wonderful year. But I think it's been injuries more than anything that didn't help the Twins build on that momentum. Okay. Yesterday, in that game against the Red Sox, it was 8-1 going into the ninth inning, and then the Red Sox hit a couple of dongs off of Cody Clemens, who doesn't quite have the same stuff his dad did. They put the position player out there. It was terrible. They're at Cleveland this weekend, and, of course, with the trade deadline, 6, 7 o'clock tonight, we'll see what the club looks like when they get there. Got a text message from a listener who says, hang on a second. The Twins have a new 18-year-old catcher by the last name of Taint? Yes, it's Eduardo Taint.
It's not. That's not how it's been.
I didn't make much of this. Some people did. You tell me. Chris Paddock now playing for the Detroit Tigers. He was traded by the Twins a few days ago. He made a start. I can't remember if he won or lost.
He did win.
Okay. Well, you'll get a little bit of both from Chris Paddock, of course. He's kind of that.
You will.
After the game, Chris Paddock says, everyone here in Detroit has been awesome. The facilities are great. The coaching staff, the nutritionists, the kitchen. It's amazing what they have here compared to what we had over with the Twins.
I don't think he needed to throw that last little bit in.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell, if that was intentional.
Oh, that's intentional, for sure. Wow.
Oh, people got so butthurt about that on social media yesterday. Oh, yeah.
All right. I don't care. I mean, so what? Who knows if he even knows what he's talking about? And even if he does, I don't really care if he's upset with the kitchen or the nutritionist.
Maybe the ownership cut back on the food for the clubhouse.
Oh, you're probably right.
I like to eat as much as the next guy.
Well, I know when my parents were disappointed in us, we didn't get dessert, so maybe they did.
Yeah, you deserve it.
I mean, he did mention the coaching staff, too. I don't know. If this was Byron Buxton, I got another example using Byron Buxton. If Byron said something like that, I'd go, oh, really? It's Chris Paddock, okay?
I would be surprised if Byron Buxton would ever say anything.
Well, of course. That's not my point. My point is, if this was a marquee leader in the clubhouse type guy who made that statement,
still, though,
Chris Paddock, whatever.
Still, there's got to be something to it.
Maybe there's something to it.
Say that.
It seems so unnecessary for him to throw in a cheap shot like that.
Can you imagine working in the kitchen? Like, what the hell, man?
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to do my job here.
Guy's making some soup. He's got tears coming down his eyes.
Yeah, you've spent 10 years working in other kitchens, building your craft, and then he comes at you like this.
You just take some Italian dunkers out of the oven and somebody's throwing strays at him? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're working in the kitchen over there at Target Field. You're saying, "What's up, bruh? You got a problem with..."
We got a picky eater over here, I guess.
Remember we heard that about Randy Maugh, that when Randy Maugh was really at his highest dick level when he was playing here for the Vikings, he'd walk into the kitchen and, "Give me that salad. Give me those breadsticks, you dumb bastards." He treated the kitchen staff like that was a big part of it. We read that everyone in the locker room said, "This guy's even a dick to the guy who hands us the breadsticks." Randy's changed, of course.
Yep.
Randy Maugh. But those were the stories where... Here was another big trade. Well, I suppose the Duran trade was big because it happened here with our Twins. Here's another trade from yesterday that is a hell of a deal. The Seattle Mariners traded with the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Mariners, in return, got all-star third baseman Eugenio Suarez, a guy who's hit 36 home runs this season, and now you pair him up with Trucker Butt. What's that guy's nickname again?
Big Dumper?
Big Dumper. You pair him up with Cal Raleigh. Holy balls, they got a couple guys who can hit the baseball.
Well, they had traded for Josh Naylor earlier from Arizona, so they got Arizona's two big corner infielders in Naylor and Suarez. Suarez used to play for Seattle, so he's going back to where he used to play. But you're right, that Seattle, they traded for a relief pitcher yesterday. The Mariners, you know what? It would be a blast to be a Mariners fan today because they're going for it.
Yeah,
they've invested some big time prospects and players into making a serious run. Their pitching staff, which was ravaged by injuries early in the year, their starting staff is all healthy now, or pretty much all healthy. They're going to make it, and they're only tied for the wild card. They're not even the division leader, and that's how much they've invested in trying to make a run for October.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, I would be thrilled if I was a Mariners fan, excited for what the possibilities could be with what they've done. So,
here's a text message from Tool Grinding Jesus. I'm not sure where the hell this is coming from, but this is what he texted. Why is Nick so in love with the Pohlads?
Oh, you are?
Wow.
So I blamed injuries for the Twins' downfall, the fact that I didn't bring up the Pohlads. Now I'm in love with the Pohlads. Dude, blame them all you want. I don't care. Sorry I didn't mention your specific reason for the Twins' downfall in the last couple of years. This is a live program. Off the top of my head, I blamed injuries. Sorry I didn't blame the Pohlads. Go ahead, blame them all you want. I'm not a Pohlad. I take no offense. Blame them all you want.
Kind of seems like you're letting the kitchen off the hook, too. I don't get that.
Friggin' kitchen workers. That reminds me of when I was a kid, just out of high school. My dad was busting my balls up and down about getting myself a good job, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I went out and got a job. Got a job at the neighborhood convenience store. And I got a job with... working with my next-door neighbor, Donnie, and I love Donnie. Well, I just ruined the bit, really. I was friends with Donnie, of course. He was my next-door neighbor. And my dad was disappointed that I took a job at a convenience store. I should have gone here. I should have gone there. And my dad pulled this out on me. He goes, "Look, I know Donnie's your idol." And I said, "What? When did Donnie I like Donnie. I just thought...
Took it a little too far.
Yeah. What do you mean Donnie's my idol?
It's kind of weird how sometimes people will label you a certain way, and they've just gone way too far.
Right.
It has nothing to do with your decision.
All right. The freakishly identical twin Rogers brothers were traded yesterday in Big League Baseball, both Taylor and Tyler, and they're both very good. Taylor played here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Or was it Tyler?
Now you're getting me confused.
Right.
It was Taylor.
I think it was Tyler. Taylor was traded from the Cincinnati Reds to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Tyler was traded from the Giants to the Mets, and this and that. Those guys are, as identical a set of twins as I've ever seen in my life.
Identical twins kind of creep me out.
I get it. I get it.
I went to school with 4 sets of identical twins.
Oh, God, we had like 11 in our grade.
We only had 150 kids, though.
Oh, that is nuts.
So 5 sets of twins, 4 of them were identical.
Yeah, we only had one that I can think of or remember, and They were strange together.
Well, there was one set of identical twins at my school who I never got it right. I never got their names right.
Same here. That's them. Yeah.
I tried, but they were so stinking.
Did they have similar names, too? Like you got a Tyler and a Taylor here?
It wasn't like Tyler Taylor, but they both started with the same letter.
You have to pick like a certain color. Like one twin is always wearing blue, and then the other twin's always wearing purple, or like do something.
It was tough
to like disfigure yourself so that you can tell the difference.
It was tough. Shohei Ohtani might have injured himself last night. The Dodgers are just calling it cramps. But he
you hope that it's as much. This is uncharted territory here. 51 pitches, starting to go sideways. Something doesn't feel quite right, as opposed to this being a real injury.
Look, Randy, I know you want to have unprotected sex with Shohei Ohtani, but I have to break it to you. He may have been injured last night. I know he's your idol.
I think he'll be fine.
When they say cramps, they mean like tummy cramps, or
yeah, he's got a little bad tum-tum.
Yeah, I don't know if they were talking about his tummy or his legs, arms, whatever.
Because that'll throw you off. I understand.
Josh told us in his news report that there's a friggin' football game on television tonight.
Oh, I'm so excited for football.
Is it the game in Canton?
Hall of Fame game.
Yes, it's the Hall of Fame game. The NFL is now officially back. Puke.
No, I love it because that means it's going to start getting cold. It's going to be great.
You're not going to be able to watch a single football game this year after what you're up against here in the next year.
That's probably all I'll be doing is sitting on my couch.
There's a football NFL game tonight.
Yeah. Who's playing?
Oh, it's the Argonauts.
Nope.
The Asteroids.
No.
And the Marigolds.
The Lions and the Chargers. And the Marigolds.
The Lions and the Chargers.
Man.
I wonder what the line is.
Everybody's.
There will be one starting player that'll be on the field.
It'll be a JV showdown.
Not even like the first drive or anything, you don't think?
I don't think. Well, maybe, I suppose. But
Randy Shaver, what do you make of this? Bath and Body Works has come out with a new football season scented candle.
What does that smell like?
They never fail, so.
Bath and Body Works stuff?
Yeah. Oh, they kill it.
I'd absolutely give it a shot.
Cucumber melon, best smell in the world.
Cucumber melon is your jam?
Yep.
Randy Shaver, I hate to disappoint you, but I was about to look up what a football season scented candle smelled like, and then I took a look at myself in the mirror and said, don't do it.
Life's too short, man.
I said, don't put yourself through it. So I don't know what it smells like, but it's a football season scented candle.
That's not one of those candles I'm going to take a chance on then, because I don't know what it smells like.
I bet it smells like fall.
Eucalyptus was something they mentioned.
Fall or
that's
like dirty, smelly uniforms or...
Yeah, I wanted it to smell like my high school weight room.
Oh, God.
I bet it smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina.
Well, that's already got a candle.
This is another one.
She's got two vaginas.
That's so weird. I don't really associate eucalyptus with football.
Yeah, not really either. I mean, I would think like grass and leather and...
Yeah, that would be
money.
nice.
Right. The football season scented candle. Light that one up. Put on your beads and your what do you call those things? Braids, right? The Viking braids. Have yourself a great season. Get out the Gala horn, whatever the hell that thing is called. Deion Sanders has turned his serious medical issue into a high-dollar sponsorship deal. Now, a couple days ago, Deion stepped up and told everyone that he has had his bladder removed following emergency surgery. The man had bladder cancer.
It's been a tremendous journey. It's been tough. I think I dropped 25 pounds. I was like a Atlanta Falcon prime at one point. It's a whole life change. Like, I can't, and I'm going to be transparent, I can't pee like I used to pee. It's totally different.
Yeah, that's Deion right there. Now he's landed what's the word in the business, Josh?
Endorsement?
Endorsement. He's landed an endorsement with Depends adult underwears. He says he depends on Depends. And he says if you see a porta potty on the sideline, it's real. So he's going to be making some big bucks along the way, Deion. Good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, not that the guy needs any more money, but good for him that he's going through this terrible thing, but he's going to have, some levity in there.
Please get yourself checked out. Get checked out. Because it could have been a whole nother gathering if I had.
Sounds like you, Randy. That's what you always say.
I mean, I feel really bad for him. I mean, he's been through so much medically in the last 5 years. I mean, it should be a wake-up call for a lot of people that, you can't take any of that for granted. And when you're not feeling well or you haven't had a physical in a long time, that half hour of your life to do that needs to be important to you, because
I did
otherwise things can go south in a hurry, and nobody wants that.
What'd you do last year?
I had an MRI for something else, and they were concerned with my bladder, and so I had one of those tests. They had a cancer test.
Oh, yeah, get it looked at, whatever it is. When I was concerned, when I read that Deion Sanders was holding a press conference with his doctors, the first thing that I thought was his legs. Has he not had some toes removed and whatnot?
Yes.
Because of horrible leg. I really thought when he held this press conference, he was going to tell everyone that he had to have a leg off or something like that.
Yeah.
This
is almost as bad, to be honest with you.
Not that one is, I don't know what I would consider worse.
He will carry a bag with him the rest of his life.
Oh. Son of a bitch. That sucks.
Yeah, it's just bad.
We're all headed in that direction. By the way, someone has texted in to guess the scent of Bath and Body Works' new football season scented candle. They said it will smell like Bengay and ball sweat.
Delightful.
Somebody else said, I lost to who said it, but they said it's going to smell like beer farts.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's...
Sorry, Ashley.
I'll take the Bengay and what was it, ball sweat?
Yeah.
Or that other one.
The second part there was ball sweat. Shannon Sharp got gassed from his gig at ESPN. He was on a television show called First Take, but he's been fired. Chad Johnson now wants the gig.
I like that guy. He's pretty funny.
Was anyone a big fan of Shannon Sharp on something called... Okay, I never saw it.
Nope.
Okay.
I've only seen clips. And
3 nopes from Randy.
Tell us how you really feel.
Hard pass.
Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, and Skip Bayless. Those 3 guys, you can have them. Not a fan. Not a fan.
I don't know. Stephen A. Smith, I've warmed up to him.
Oh, no. Gross.
No.
I've warmed up to the shouting and the ridiculous statements.
That NBA Finals broadcast was just bad.
Okay.
Just incredibly difficult to watch.
That's what a lot of people said about the NBA Finals. I didn't pay close enough attention. Skip Bayless.
No, I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about the pregame, halftime, postgame.
Right. Well, to be honest with you, Randy, people were critical of all of it. They were critical of all of it.
Well, yeah, I suppose they got on Mike Breen, and I get that. Breen then ends up retiring, and they're redoing the NBA. But
I've had limited exposure to Chris Bayless. What'd you say his name is? Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless.
Very limited. I never saw Shannon Sharp on television, but I have gotten enough Stephen A. Smith. I'm familiar with his routine, and I've come around to it. Chad Johnson has done his share of television, so go ahead. The Lynx beat the Liberty last night in their NBA, I'll say it again, WNBA Finals rematch.
Timberwolves.
The Lynx won their game last night. Very exciting to beat the club that topped you last year in the final. The Lynx are going to win the whole schmear.
They should.
Seems that way.
They'll win the whole.
Yeah, they're built for it right now. There's no doubt.
A report cut loose from Summers, Randy. Tell me what you think of this. And it's ridiculous that they're not including the Lynx in this conversation. So you'll have to just forget about them for a minute, unfair as it is. But a report cut loose from somewheres that said the Timberwolves are the likeliest team to break Minnesota's championship drought.
Sounds reasonable, yeah.
I'll go along with that.
I'll
go along with it.
I guess I'm not as hopeful as most people are.
The Twins aren't close. The Wild aren't close. The Vikings have a rookie quarterback.
No, I think the Vikings actually might be closer. That's
with an injury-prone and unproven quarterback.
Well, I'm going to say that the guy doesn't have to be a superstar. All he has to do is be a facilitator right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about Kirk Cousins? I'm sorry. What did you say? That's the same thing they said every year about Kirk Cousins. And what did it get us? Dick.
Well, the difference is that this kid can move and run. And
we'll see about that.
He's versatile. But
what's up, Cubby?
I mean, just keep gushing all over the Wilfs, will you, Randy?
I know you worship the Wilf family, Randy.
The subtext is overwhelming.
The Wilf family, but the kid's got a ton of weapons around him that I don't know if you'll ever have this kind of a setup.
Uh-huh.
I mean, look at the offensive line. If they all stay healthy, they're a fabulous offensive line. We haven't talked about any of that in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
They've got a great defensive line. They've got an outstanding coordinator. They've got the best receiver in football. Hawkinson's healthy. They've got all the pieces there. They just need McCarthy to be healthy and just get not to be. He doesn't have to be a star.
Right. I'm not picking on you, Randy, but Brad Johnson, all he has to do is just facilitate the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Bradford, all he has to do is just not the basketball, the football. Sorry, I misspoke. That has been said about so many Viking quarterbacks.
Won a Super Bowl. Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl doing that. So
he won a Super Bowl with the second greatest defense that ever lived. That wasn't because Brad Johnson facilitated the basketball, football, baseball, or hockey puck.
But it doesn't matter.
Randy, you know I'm telling the truth. That has been said about so many Viking quarterbacks over the years.
Game managers.
Yes.
Won a Super Bowl managing an offense.
Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl by swinging from Warren Sapp's jockstrap.
Okay, well, I mean,
at any rate,
the Vikings have. Okay, forget it.
In Las Vegas. Las Vegas.
You're not going to agree, so.
All right, fine, I agree.
No, you don't.
Well, he predicted you would.
In Vegas, the Timberwolves have the 6th best championship odds in the National Basketball Association. The Vikings have the 11th best, and then you go the Pigs, 15th, Twins, 19th. So, I mean, whatever. Timberwolves have a nice...
They're all a ways away, let's be honest. I mean, they're all... you can say 6th and 11 or whatever. You're still a ways away.
Yeah.
Being in the real conversation. So.
Here's a couple of guys who come off like really bright individuals. Former NBA player Marcus Morris is in serious legal trouble.
This is unbelievable.
Over the weekend, he was arrested in Florida. He's up against fraud charges after Las Vegas casinos have accused him of trying to scam them with bad checks.
Yeah.
Has this guy never seen one decent gangster movie? Right. They'll break your legs for that.
Mm-hmm. And he did it twice. He not did it once. He did it twice. Yeah.
Trying to scam Las Vegas casinos. You got to have an ego the size of your mother's ass to try and scam a casino.
Well, so let me, if I have the story right, he was in Vegas. He wrote a check in order to get money to gamble with. They gave him the money.
Uh-huh.
And then the check goes bad, and they came after him to repay the money, and he didn't do that.
Right. That's what I understand as well.
That's my understanding of how this worked.
Yeah.
So, and he didn't do it once. He did it twice at two different casinos.
Right. Once he got away with $115,000. The second time he got away with $150,000.
So if you ask yourself the question, okay, where's all the money you made as a player? Because there was a time where he was making a decent living playing in the NBA.
$100 million he made as a professional basketball player.
Yeah, crazy.
So it sounds like he wasn't terribly responsible with that $100 million. And I'll tell you what, in the old days, when you'd F with Vegas, you'd get a visit by a group of sharply dressed men carrying violin cases. I don't know how they do it today, but I would still assume the worst if I was ever planning to scam a casino in Las Vegas. I would assume it's going to play out like in the movie Casino, where they got that dude's skull in a vice grip and his eyeball pops out.
Ugh, that was gross.
I mean, if he did it once and it was a mistake on his part or whatever, and paid the money back, it might not have been a big deal. But there's a pattern here. He did it on purpose. At least it looks that way.
The other real genius here.
What gets him in trouble.
Yeah, he's in trouble. The other real genius here is former NBA player Gilbert Arenas, and this will surprise nobody because that dude is a colossal moron.
Mm-hmm.
Gilbert Arenas has been arrested for running an illegal high-stakes poker game. He's accused of renting out a mansion for the purpose of hosting high-stakes poker games while other co-conspirators helped him along. And some of these co-conspirators, it says here, are members of an Israeli transnational organized crime group, whatever that means, but it doesn't sound good. And they'd collect money and run these games. 6 people are facing charges. He allegedly used the alias Agent Zero, which was his nickname as a player.
That's so dorky.
So this is all supposed to be secretive. Well, who's hosting these games? Oh, it's some ultra-secret guy named Agent Zero. You mean, and most people, if you follow basketball, you mean Gilbert Arenas? No, it's not Gilbert Arenas.
No.
Another Agent Zero.
You couldn't come up with an alternate nickname if you're going to be up to this? No, he had to, I think, because he had to have some recognition. He doesn't mind this bad publicity. He doesn't. He likes it. So anyway. Arenas' son, Elijah, it says here, is also a highly rated basketball recruit who is set to play for USC this fall before suffering a knee injury. I know it's not fair to the kid, but if I were running a college basketball program, I wouldn't come anywhere near that kid.
Yep, I would stay away from that too. Although, the way the world is right now in college sports, I mean, it's about as seedy as everything else that's out there. So, I mean, it's
bad.
It's truly the Wild West with everything that's going on.
All right, speaking of the Wild, the Pigs, what's going on with this sidewalk gimmick?
State of hockey.
Do you know the sidewalk gimmick, Randy Shaver?
No.
Okay. In 1 or 2 spots in Minneapolis, I don't know if it happened in St. Paul yet, but I've heard of a couple spots, street corners in Minneapolis. The Pigs, someone in their marketing department or something, has left these cryptic sidewalk messages for people to walk past. And it includes the Russian kid's autograph and I think some kind of a slogan for a season ticket package.
Yeah, it's like a rewards program of sorts.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Twins debuted recently.
And it says, be wild forever. Again, with the Russian kid's autograph and some kind of hook to get you signed up for season tickets. And I guess the folks in town think it's some kind of a tease that they've already made a deal with the Russian kid and everyone should buy their tickets because it's going to be the greatest thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, it says here to stay.
They would be announcing it, so.
If a deal was done, they'd be announcing it, you said?
Oh, sure they would. Are you kidding? Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be kind of fun if they did it this way, though.
When you say a sidewalk thing, you're talking about like somebody in like chalk?
No, it looks like it was like a stencil.
Yeah, stencil.
Stencil. It's fancy schmancy. It's not like some dude, in the neighborhood just did this for fun. This is courtesy of the organization.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it has his signature, and it says "Here to stay."
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. Oh. Hey, there's a kid right here from St. Paul who is going to go ahead and compete in the National High School Bass Fishing Final.
That's pretty sweet.
I got to admit, I don't know Dick Tracy about bass fishing. I was always taught to go after Willie the Walleye. But anyway, this kid's name is Kang, Aiden Kang. He goes to the Mung College Prep Academy in St. Paul. He's been fishing since he was 2, like Smokey from Friday. Only Smokey said he's been smoking since he was 2. This kid's been fishing since he was 2. His dad is a competitive fisherman. He qualified for the state tournament. He placed second and qualified for the Strike King Bassmaster High School National Championship. He'll be going to Texas, I believe. There'll be 2 Minnesota teams going to Texas, and this Kang kid is one of them. It's 250 boats in the field. They fish for 3 days, and their 3 biggest bass, make it to the weigh-in and all that.
That's super cool.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know much about the cool.
You know who was a big bass?
Oh yeah, I know who you're about to say. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Love bass fishing.
Yeah, that's all Denny would talk about in the off season. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The cool side story on this Aiden kid. Aiden kid was born with a blood disorder. It limits his energy. Which held him back from playing contact sports. That was part of the reason, from what I understand, part of the reason why he got into fishing. Because he's got this blood disorder and he can't really be out there diving for footballs and basketballs and playing hockey. Good for that kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, found his calling.
It's pretty cool. Did you ever go bass fishing with the coach, Randy?
We shot a video segment with Denny for his show. I didn't go, but the couple of guys that worked with me on the show did. So, yes, we did shoot something with him. And I think he was on Minnetonka. I think that's where he used to go.
I remember seeing videos of him out on Tonka.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I remember being on Lake Minnetonka and someone saying, Denny Green was fishing over here a couple days ago. Yeah, he loved it.
If he's not playing the drums or he's not coaching football, you can find him on the boat.
One time I was bass fishing with the Bumble. Chris Hinton, the Bumble.
Or you could find him with 2 hands on the plow.
Yeah.
That's where you could find him.
Josh, I set the hook so hard, one time I ripped the lips off the fish and the eyes fell out.
Josh, I think August 22nd at the Wayzata Legion, when we have our Broast Out Cancer event with Randy Shaver and the Half-Assed Morning Show. Josh, I think I'm going to, being a son of the American Legion, kind of being in control of this operation, I think I'm going to put you on serving baked potatoes. You want to know why?
Why?
Because both you and baked potatoes are too hot to handle. I think I'm going to put Cubby on baked potatoes.
Good.
Another heads up here for you. August 22nd, Broast Out Cancer with our group right here. The Half-Assed Morning Show, plus Randy Shaver, plus Janelle Klein. And we'll try to pile in as many other people from our program as we can. Dr. P, Dr. Andrea, maybe even friggin' Brad Ryder. Go to 93x.com. Click on our calendar. And then click on station events so you can reserve yourself a spot at our event August 22nd at the Wayzata Legion. That's how you do it. $20 is what you got to give us in trade ahead of time to get yourself a spot at the table. There'll be 2 separate dining times. One is 5:30 to 6:55. The other 7 to 8:25. When you're not eating, you can hang around the bar patio, jaw jack, this and that. We have a wonderful broasted chicken dinner over there, baked potato, homemade coleslaw, dinner roll. There'll be door prizes throughout the evening. And, of course, the money you spend is going to help folks who could use it. It all benefits the Randy Shaver Cancer and Community Fund. And the money stays right here in town, doesn't it, Randy Shaver?
Certainly does. We support cancer researchers at the U of M and Mayo Clinic and UMD, and we have various statewide patient aid projects that we support every year. So,
come join us.
One of you guys got to bring me chicken.
Well, I was going to ask if there's any way you might be feeling up to it, depending on when you have the kid.
Nah, that's way too close.
No plans at all to...
Yeah, sorry, you're out, Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
I neglected to mention that. You will be very busy.
Yes, that is my actual due date. So, I mean, it's not looking like I'm going to be delivering on my due date, but it'll probably be about the week before that.
Well,
if all goes well, if it doesn't just happen naturally.
We all made our predictions on your due date yesterday.
Can your son go if you're not able to make it?
Yeah, can we maybe just FaceTime you and put it up on the big screen or something?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, there you go.
Via satellite.
I just look disheveled.
So again, go to 93x.com, click on our calendar, and then click on station events, and you can get your ass over to our Bro Stout Cancer event. By damn. Did I miss anything, Randy Shaver?
I don't think so. It's going to be an interesting day. I love baseball. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I love spring training. I love all that kind of stuff. And I really love the trading deadline. I'm always on ESPN.com or on my phone checking to see what's happened. So it'll be a busy day. I think the Twins will make a few more deals before the day is done. So,
yeah. That's the vibe we're getting.
Yeah. Too bad they're a seller, but I think we kind of saw the writing on the wall the last few weeks. So
they start a series in Cleveland tomorrow, and like I said,
and that's another team that might be a seller today too.
Well, they've got some problems, as we talked about yesterday.
There's a lot of discussion about Stephen Kwan, being traded. He's one of their best players.
I love that guy. He's a lot of fun to watch at the plate.
But they've got that gambling issue going on right now that's kind of decimated their pitching staff. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a couple of buddies who got a gambling issue, too. I'll tell you.
I think we all do.
Friggin' knee-deep in pull tab shards. Whenever I walk into the bar, they're knee-deep in dead tabs.
If you include fantasy sports, then I'm guilty as charged.
Well, yeah, you're a junkie. Yeah, you are. You're a derelict. Well, this is the time of year where you start signing up for 25 fantasy football leagues.
I cannot even tell you how many teams I already have.
I bet you're already set up.
Oh, my God. It's just... I'm not even going to go there.
No, I think you should go there.
See, I like the leagues I'm in because they wait till last minute.
I'll just tell you a quick story.
Yeah.
I signed up to do what's called an Empire League. And an Empire League it's like 12 guys. You put in $200 a season, and the pot just grows over time. Somebody has to win the league 2 years in a row in order to win the pot, right?
Yeah.
So the league lasts for 15 years. And after 15 years, if nobody wins it, then they take all the money and everybody goes to Vegas and has a party.
My God.
So wait. So I signed up for it. And then I was reading these rules, right? And I called my friend. I said, hold on a second. If this thing goes to 15 years, I'll be 81. I go, can I bequeath this to my son so that he can?
What kind of fun can an 81-year-old have in Las Vegas?
That's awesome.
Other than the food. That is friggin' hilarious.
Scooting around on a rascal scooter.
My only hope is to try to win this thing twice in the next few years so that I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, get this thing won in the next couple of years.
But that's how ass deep I am into all that stuff.
Ass deep, he says. I love it.
Well, Nick, before we go, feel free to bestow some more heartfelt compliments on your heroes, the Pohlads. Do you have anything else you'd like to say to them?
Oh, my God. It'll be a dark day when they sell the ball club because I love the Pohlads.
Biggest fan in town.
Absolutely 100. You know who I am to them, Josh?
Who's that?
I am their bro lad.
Are you a
I'm a friggin' bro lad.
Say it ain't so, lad. That's the truth.
I'm telling you. Randy Shaver, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
See ya.
All right, buddy. We'll take a break here and come back in a few minutes on the program.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Assed Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show. Thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.
The No Contest Wrestling Podcast.
I am the heel that you love to hate, O'Shea Jackson Jr. TJ Jefferson, what up? Friends of the show are really wanting to engage with this podcast.
From AJ Francis.
They were like, we just want you to cause a ruckus. So I went out there, did my own version of a pipe bomb, and it went everywhere.
Wrestling royalty right here. Mick Foley. Anything that you're glad that it's gone?
Well, glad the chair shots to the head are gone.
The No Contest Wrestling Podcast, part of the Rich Eisen Podcast Network.
Can you tell them where to find us?
Yeah, follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Half-Assed Morning Show.
Minnesota's 93X.
Welcome back. We welcome you to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. I'll tell you, it's a damn glorious day. And we're so happy to have you. Uh-oh, Josh.
What?
I just got done saying how wonderful today is. Glorious, I think, was the word that I used. But someone in our listening audience is looking to start trouble. Big trouble.
That happens almost daily.
It's always got to be one.
You know, I think there's great solidarity amongst our listening audience. We get together for a booze cruise. We get together for a casino trip. Everyone gets along. There's a lot of great solidarity amongst us. But underneath that layer of happiness and solidarity, and we've highlighted this a few times over the years on our program, there are some bitter rivalries out there amongst our listeners. Oh, you got your Ford people versus your Chevy people. You got your electricians versus the plumbers versus the carpenters. You've got Polaris Articat. You got Rush City, Pine City. There are some bitter rivalries out there. And I just received a text message. I'm telling you, this could start more friggin' trouble than any of the rivalries that just came out of my friggin' mouth. But I'm going to go ahead anyway. I mentioned during our sports report that I was always a walleye fisherman growing up. That's what me and the old man and my brother were always chasing down. Willie the walleye. I never got into bass fishing at all. We had a story in the sports about a high school kid who's going off to the National Bass Fishing Championship, right? Mentioned that. Got a text that says simply this. Hey, Nick, you never got into bass fishing because you're not a little bitch.
What? I didn't know there was a rivalry.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard that kind of talk before.
Oh, wow.
I've never heard that kind of talk before, but there's a listener in our audience who's looking to start trouble. And he says the one reason why I never took to bass fishing is because I am not a little bitch.
You know me, I like to fish for sunnies. I'd be interested in his opinion on that.
Josh fishing for sunnies off the dock. That's such an adorable image.
I have a whole process. My wife, she baits the hook.
Mm-hmm.
I catch it, cry a little bit that I took it away from its family, and then my wife takes it off the hook and puts it back.
But you got a cute little tackle box, too.
Yeah, I do. It's Fisher Price.
Yeah.
651-989.
Emphasis on the fish.
651-989-9393. If you have any kind of response to that, what? I just got a text from a listener. I'm not even going to say his name because I don't want anyone showing up at anybody's door. But I just got a text from a listener that supports that statement.
Somebody else says it's a thing, this rivalry, but walleye fishing is superior.
It is a thing.
I had never heard that before.
Neither had I.
Yeah.
kind of just thought fishing was fishing.
One listener texted in, Josh, to say walleye fishing is superior to bass fishing. Okay.
I like to fish for compliments.
Oh!
I mean, that's one of my favorite things.
We're just going to...
I just don't think I'm very good at it.
Are you kidding me, Josh? You're the best at fishing for compliments.
Are you serious?
I've never seen anyone better.
Oh, my gosh, thank you.
Yeah. Heart emoji, smiley face, wink, eggplant, water spray, smiley face,
Peach, LOL.
Hey,
bass fishing, this texter says, is for the ones that can't catch anything else. Here we go. And the texts come rolling in.
I friggin' knew it.
Wow, I guess I never realized.
Ashley, I think it's smart if we just try and sit back and officiate this. Let's not pick sides. You had a face as if you were going to pick sides.
Well, I usually, I guess, fish for walleye, but there's...
Okay, so we know what side Ashley's on.
Well, I will say there's this one guy I went on a couple dates with, and he was a bass fisher, and he had like a really nice boat. It was fun. It's just as fun as fishing for walleye, I thought. But
texts are piling in.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Look at Ashley trying to go both sides on
mean, honestly, I just forget summer fishing altogether. Ice fishing is superior than summer fishing.
Oh, that's a whole nother angle.
Yeah.
Did you know that I never considered
another angle,
fight.
he says.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Right.
Did you know that there's a rivalry between those who use bait and those who do not? Biological Jesus said bait is for little fat kids that don't know how to fish.
Oh, God. Why do they got to be fat?
Yeah, why are we body shaming these fishermen?
This has become a problem now. Our text machine is being bombed. People picking sides, throwing around insults. It all started with a text that said to me, Nick, you were never into bass fishing because you're not a little bitch.
We're getting lit up.
Neck like a stack of dimes, arms like buggy whips, Jesus said, oh, let's send some live bait out there, set some, excuse me, and then catch a walleye. Yeah, real hard.
Another texter said, fishing is for bitches who don't have the balls to water ski.
What?
Now the water skiers are going after the fishermen. The fishermen are busy fighting amongst themselves, and the water skiers swooped in to smack them in their mouths.
And now people have questions. What it do, Jesus? Well, what if you're fishing for walleye and accidentally catch a bass? Does that make you part bitch?
Dude, yeah. I don't know.
So many layers here.
If you're a bass fisherman, a listener says, then you're the Jake Paul of the fishing world.
Wow, that's quite the insult.
Bass fishing, a listener says, is not even a thing. That's quite an insult if someone says your favorite sport is not even a thing. All right.
Here's a person that grew up in Alaska where they fish for halibut and salmon. You're all little bitches, they said.
Yeah, you know what? You can't even join the conversation. I'd agree on that. That's crazy.
I don't know if we'll come back from this.
They do differently up in Alaska.
Yeah.
Muskies have entered the chat.
Sure.
People are saying
sure. Gross.
So have hunters.
Hunters are superior to fishermen, they're saying?
They're saying, you only fish because you're not man enough to hunt.
What kind of hunter doesn't do both?
And now, since we mentioned water skiers, now the wakeboarders have jumped in, and we know what it is now, Josh? It's a battle royal.
Everybody has something to say, like this person says, all fishing is stupid. What? You don't have a PlayStation?
All right.
You know they sell fish at the grocery store, right?
Just go buy a sandwich from your local sports bar if you want to fit. I don't know. All right. Now that we've started that trouble, and I'm sure we'll be coming back to this before the show is over. For now, let's dedicate some time here to talk about our beautiful bodies. Look at you. You and your gorgeous body. Lots and lots of folks try their damnedest to lose weight.
And it's not fair to some people that do everything right and they're just not able to do it for whatever reason.
Genetics just take over.
Yeah.
A lot of folks try their damnedest to lose weight. Some are successful, some are not. Some folks don't even try, and it still happens, and that frustrates the people who are trying to.
Some of the people I know who have the world's worst diets are the thinnest folks I know. They can just eat whatever.
Yeah. So, Ozempic, again with the Ozempic, a lot of people turn to that dope. Isn't it a pill? I don't know.
It's a shot.
It's a needle?
Yeah.
Oh,
like an injection.
A lot of people go on Ozempic now to lose weight. But here's a new downside that's being talked about. This is just according to an article on CNN.com, according to a couple of doctors. Don't light me up. I don't know jack squat about Ozempic or any of this stuff. Just I've heard it's the hot new thing. According to these doctors and whatnot, the downside is if you go on Ozempic, after a while, you're going to suddenly look older than you are. You're going to suddenly look really old.
That's a bummer.
And so, in turn, because of the Ozempic craze and the idea that suddenly you will be sagging and wrinkling, that everyone's going to sign up for a facelift. There's going to be a facelift boom because of the Ozempic boom.
So the Botox doctors are loving the Ozempic boom.
They want everyone on it. Get on it now. People are losing a lot of weight faster than normal, and it's causing, Josh, you've been accused of having resting bitch face. This particular diagnosis is Ozempic face. That's not the word diagnosis. You know where I'm trying to go with that. People are losing a lot of weight fast, and it's causing Ozempic face. You lose the weight, your skin doesn't have time to adjust, you end up with wrinkles and saggy skin, and it's more common if you're over 40.
I mean, there's got to be side effects, right? I mean, it just seems like it's way too good to be true. That's what I'm worried about. Like, down the road, they're going to figure out all these people are in some big trouble.
I remember you bringing that up, right when the stuff started to take off, when everyone started to fire up that Ozempic, you said.
And like you, I don't know a ton about it, but from, just reading stories like this, every once in a while they'll explain a little bit how it works. But it is kind of crazy how really magic this is.
It is. Now, if you lose weight quickly for any reason, your skin will sag and maybe you'll develop a wrinkle or two. So this is not specific to Ozempic. It's just the name that someone came up with. A couple of doctors are pointing fingers at Ozempic specifically. So this can happen to you no matter how you dump weight. There's actually one doctor on social media who's wanting recognition for coming up with the term Ozempic face. That was me, everybody. Give me credit where credit is due.
And that's so creative.
Yeah, whoa.
Give me a friggin' break.
Because you take Ozempic and then it affects your face?
Yes.
Genius.
What the combination is?
Ozempic face.
The result is Ozempic face. For God's sake, dude, get over yourself. That's me, he says. I'm the guy.
Terrazzo Jesus quit drinking alcohol, lost 80 pounds, and still eats candy and ice cream like they never invented freezers.
Oh, my gosh.
Gotta eat this quick. If we don't, it's gonna be gone. It's gonna melt.
I've asked that question out loud on this program before. I wonder if there'd be a grand difference in my physique if I put down the beer forever.
Absolutely.
I simply switched the kind of alcohol I was drinking. So I used to drink like whiskey and Cokes. And obviously the Coke, a lot of sugar, whiskey, not the greatest thing for you either. And I switched to gin and tonics, and I lost 30 pounds. So
30
there's definitely something there.
Pounds? You lost 30 pounds? Now, after losing all that weight, you're as wimpy and useless as a walleye fisherman.
Oh, it's okay. I've gained it all back.
Okay.
Stupid.
Here's another little saying on this Ozempic face bit where you go on Ozempic, you lose a bunch of weight, but then you look much older than you really are because your skin is sagging and you're wrinkly. You can only refill a deflated balloon so much, is what they say. So, Bass Fisherman, Jesus Christ, sorry, we're toggling back between one subject and another. what was the term you used earlier? Plastic surgeon, Dana, you said earlier.
Botox, yeah.
Botox surgeons, plastic surgeons are licking their chops right now.
Mm-hmm.
They've already bought that cabin on Gull Lake, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
They don't even have the money in
Did
front
one of our sales guys sell it to him?
Sold it to him,
Is
yeah.
that right?
All right, we got to take a little breaky break. Jesus. We started something with the Fisherman now.
This is
Yeah,
crazy.
this is ridiculous.
Well, this is what I love about this place is you learn things like this. I had no idea.
Neither did I.
There was a rivalry. Never would have thought that. That's hilarious.
Oh, my God. Our listening audience is the funniest crowd in town by a landslide. I know we say it all the time, but I got to say it again.
If anybody says otherwise, they're just dumb.
They are just dumb.
I mean, honestly, these texts have been great.
A battle has begun amongst our listening audience. Didn't mean to start it, but I had to read this text message because I'd never read anything like it in my life. It all started, a walleye fisherman texted in to say that bass fishermen are bitches. The bass fisherman responded and called walleye fishermen bitches. Then the muskie fisherman jumped in and said, bass and walleye fishermen are nothing but hoes. And then the wakeboarders, and then the water skiers, and then the synchronized swimmers. Everyone's fighting amongst themselves, calling each other names. Here's a text that came in on the subject that says, setting the hook is setting the hook. A bitch is a bitch. Get in the boat when the sun is coming up. You get out when the sun's going down. I sunk a daredevil into my skull out on Rainy Lake. My brother carved it out of there with a dull pocket knife.
I love this man.
Checks in at 7, Jesus. Checking in a little late this morning. He said, bass fishermen. Ooh, look at my sparkly boat. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Bass fisherman, says Tyler, wouldn't even make the Ocho.
Not even going to make the Ocho?
Not going to make the Ocho.
Noodling is where it's at, a listener says.
Oh, screw that.
If you're trying to catch a fish, you better be risking your arm down a mysterious hole in a river, or you're just nothing but bitch made.
Simon says, I pee in the water, so you fishermen are gross.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
When you think about it. Ice fishermen are the toughest, a listener says. You try going out on a 20 below zero day and getting into your 70-degree ice shack and watching TV and cooking yourself prime rib on an oven.
Oh, you lucky
You try it.
SOB.
You think you're tough, you come and do that, he says. Fishing, a listener says, is for people on probation that can't hunt.
This person says, I hunt humans.
Wait a minute.
All of you fishermen can shut it. LOL.
I challenge all fishermen. A listener has texted. I challenge all of you fishermen to come down here and fight me like a man. Get down here. Come down here and fight me like a man, he says. Oh, anyone who wants to come after me and my ability to catch fish, I'll beat your ass with a kayak paddle. Stupid motorboat cucks. Have fun waiting in line at the boat launch.
Smoke Wrench Jesus said, hobbies are for wimps. Work every day at a job you hate like a real man. Never take a day off or have any time to hunt or fish or water ski or snowmobile or wakeboard or even see your family.
Oh, man.
That's the greatest
I'm
text
sorry.
ever. Kayaks. I'm losing it over here. What did he say? Sorry, don't tell me. I'll get it. Hobbies. Hobbies are for wimps.
Yes.
Just work day in, day out.
At a job you hate.
Unhappy until the day that you die. You do that like a man. It's just been so much friggin' fun. I'm just a recreational boater. I wonder what they make of me.
You are not
I haven't fished in years. I'm just a recreational boater. Come on down here and fight me. And the rest of my recreational boater friends, we're ready. I haven't wet a line in years, Josh.
That's crazy. What? You're out there. Why not?
I tell myself that every year. I was just out on the lake yesterday. And I tell myself every time, I should have brought a rod and reel with me and but it never enters my mind as we're preparing to go. I'm just a recreational boater, but I will fight you. If it comes to that, I will.
I like this text because I love the reference. I used to think the sun was a monster.
Oh, my God.
Somebody else says, spelunking hasn't been mentioned, though I guess that doesn't feel right. I've never gone spelunking.
Is that where you go under the ground?
Go in a cave and whatnot?
Oh, no. Screw that. Never.
You go under the ground and you look at stalactites and stalagmites and whatnot. That's what the real men do.
Oh, I was thinking it was when you're like in a really tight quarter.
I guess I'm not 100% sure, but even though we're not sure what spelunking is, let's just declare that the winner. The real men are the spelunkers. We got to squash this at one point or another, Josh, or it'll never end.
Well, here's something to consider. Whichever side of the fence you're on here with fishing, there's a couple guys that have said, hey, go out there and fish. He's the guy whose car's in your driveway, and he's banging your wife while you're out there on the boat. He's been banging her the whole time.
You think you're a man out there fishing. Well, guess what I'm doing while you're out there trying to catch a stupid bass or a stupid walleye or a stupid muskie? What's he doing? He's on my wife?
Yeah, he's stealing your woman.
Jesus. Yeah.
If you don't fly fish for sharks, you don't know how to fish.
I do not have the balls to fly fish.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I got a headache from all this yelling, but it's been just a magical experience, and I'm guessing we'll have more before the end of the week on this bitter battle that we started about a half hour ago.
You guys are so good.
I don't think this debate is going anywhere.
I told you, didn't I tell you? This might bury all of the old rivalries.
I think it does.
Forget about Ford and Chevy. Forget about Polaris and Articat. Forget about Rush City and Pine City.
There's people texting in that haven't texted in for months. Like, I don't even recognize some of these names.
There's a lot of first-time texters, too.
Ford and Chevy have been involved, though, about which vehicle counts when you pull a boat.
Right. If you're pulling a boat with a Chevy, if you're pulling a boat with a Ford, that makes you... Snot Rocket Jesus says, hunters, huh? Hunters. You're a hunter, are you? I am a gatherer, she said.
What now?
A gatherer. That's cute. You're out there with you're hunting. Oh, look at you. You're cute. I'm a gatherer.
She's got a little basket full of berries.
Right. All right, let's get the hell out of here.
We want to pass along some 93X love to Sits on Babies. Jesus' husband. He's having a procedure this morning, and they could use some positive vibes, so... Sending some your way this morning, guys. Chaos Coordinator Jesus text in, let us know her 5-year-old Nevada, daily member of the sisterhood, going in for surgery this morning. So we want her to know not to worry about it. Mom and Dad, they're going to be right there with you the whole time. And then, of course, your pals here at 93X will be waiting to hear how well it went. Congratulations to Duck Hunting Jesus and his smoking hot wife, married last Saturday and taking a break from their F Fiesta to stream the show from Mexico on their honeymoon. And happy birthday to HVAC/RN Stuff Jesus.
Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Ass Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show, thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.